all that kind of lovely stuff.
You do what you need to do, okay? I'm not worried about it. I'm worried about you. I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's so funny because I'm just like, I'm worrying about like, the production of the show, like leave an empty chair, that
I'm just
kind of
happy people are here. Let's go with that first. So, let's roll into it because it's early as fuck and we all have things that we need to do today.
It's not early for me, Joel. I'm doing fine.
All right, Craig. Not talking about you. Never am. And
I was sitting here like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, Joel, I'm ready for tomorrow. I'm ready for 1 p.m. And he's like,
she said 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, it's 8.
He's like, oh, he's just like, yeah, no.
Ooh,
He's like,
it's 8 a.m.
Yeah, no, it's 8 a.m. And I'm like,
this is the one time everyone is available. So, hi, hello, welcome to DieFall Presents Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. We have everyone here. We did this for you. Some of us very early in the morning. I would appreciate being appreciated. Otherwise, it's been a while since we've played.
I would hope they appreciate the show.
Yeah, which is kind of a normal thing for us at this point. Meaning, I won't do the awkward thing of asking for a recap because Craig always complains.
I feel like everyone will complain this time.
Nah, Craig always complains. I was thinking about having Connor do it. Just because it'd be funny.
That'd be good.
Though I did write
shitloads of notes until I last played.
Yeah, I did actually write you a fantastic summary though when you asked for it. So that is
All
something.
3
there.
lines of it were great. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
All right.
What do you
It's
mean?
multiple paragraphs.
It was good.
Hold on, he was here last session. I don't
He
know what
was
you
here
guys are
last
talking
session. Yeah.
I was, it's true.
Yeah.
We
You have a new accent to choose from.
It's a beautiful voice. It was. I heard
about
it was
6
great.
different ones. Yeah. I gave Talonor 6 different accents over the course of our game. It was great. It was great. Here's big key points. Our party, after the battle at Wheel Watch, recovered somewhat and then returned back to Kalamon, where they kind of had a little bit of a down day and realized perhaps maybe they should have made it to their rooms a little earlier than they did, because come nightfall, we found a note from Darrett Highwater saying, ruin awaits us at Steel Springs. Lord Baccharis leads us to our doom. And then they set off in the night to try and go save Darrett. It kind of worked out. The battle at Steel Springs turned out to be more of the massacre at Steel Springs. The Kalamon City forces that were dispatched there had received some bad intel. The Red Dragon army that was stationed there at Steel Springs turns out to have been a much larger force that were actually in waiting for them. It was an ambush gone wrong. Our party arrived just in time to assist in the retreat as best as they could, and found our poor cinnamon roll boy injured with Lord Baccharis in tow and Baccharis the Younger missing. We assist in the retreat. We talk to Darrett in the command tent, and he makes another request of us. As terrible as it is, he cannot have us travel with him because we need to go ahead. Alert Governor Miat of Kalamon that, well, there is a sizable Red Dragon army force 30 miles away to the west. It ain't great. So we decided to set out once again overnight with fresh horses, suffering our second point of exhaustion for the entirety of the party. This means that all of our checks are currently at disadvantage. So that's like athletics, perception, investigation.
Boo, his boo.
Boo, his boo. And even better, our movement speed is halved. Now, this does not apply on horseback because the horses are not exhausted up until you probably arrive at Kalamon, having pushed them through the night 30 miles. But yeah, when you walk around, you're going to be moving a little slow, which kind of makes sense. Our goal here today,
that saddle. That, what's it called? I can't remember the thing where it's like the saddle sort of.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Your butt's a sore. You traveled 60 miles on horseback in the last 2 days, and most of you haven't ridden horses, like, regularly ever. So, I can't imagine any of the characters are very comfortable, except perhaps just Reyna. Because Reyna's technically a knight, and they would get a lot of horse time.
Ravenna got attacked by a squirrel on the way.
Yeah, I got stabbed by a squirrel. That's why we're late. It's okay. Any questions, cast? Before I cast you into whatever this is going to be today.
Yeah, Joel, where's my fucking spell slots?
Where's your spell slot? I used like 2. I used like 2.
Yeah, I like that you started at the highest level ones. But.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this seems to be good, and I know that Talonor would use these spell slots sparingly, despite Kalamon soldiers dying all around him.
Exactly.
So,
he's not dying.
And so it's not on him. He's fine. Yeah. Any other questions or clarifications? Wow, nothing? Damn, that's crazy.
I don't think so.
Just play it by ear.
I must have done
makes
a
sense.
really good job with a recap.
Well,
I'll take that nat 20 for the
Well,
day.
I do remember
Thanks,
because we went and we saw the lovely merchant.
guys. I did skip over that part because it was kind of just there. But there was a lovely traveling merchant we ran into. And Svartal did get by himself, with the assistance of his sister, a tiny squirrel skull that's supposed to be a lucky charm. We don't know if any of those things
they're not gonna lie
actively
about that, are they?
function. Yeah, that
No.
there was a lot of well-named
There was that, or like there
things.
was a carpet, like a
carpet of
flying
teleportation.
Carpet yeah,
Yeah,
carpet
yeah,
of teleportation.
Carpet of
There was like a
teleportation.
potion of
The wand of murder.
oh yeah, the wand of
The
murder.
wand of murder.
I think Cat deserves a point of inspiration for remembering all this, because I don't remember.
You don't remember any of that? Oh, I purposely
I remember
skipped
the
it.
merchant, but not his wares.
Well,
Yeah.
I also went to the lady and got a cool Gatorade.
You went to the lady and
You
got a
got
cool
Gatorade?
Gatorade. Yeah.
It's a poison Gatorade.
Poison
Oh, yeah,
Gatorade.
and then I went and I got a health pot from the lady. That was like before we left.
From the lady. Does anyone remember her name?
Wait.
The lady.
Talinor's girlfriend.
Talinor's
Oh,
girlfriend.
Wyhan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wyhan. Wyhan, I have her as Feather Lady.
Feather lady. Oh. Yeah,
What?
it's fine.
She has feathers. She wears feathers.
That is
Same
true.
thing.
That's
Real
what
talk,
that
mean,
that
is.
outfit is
I-
nice.
It's
She's
hard to
pretty
tell if Svartal thinks she's
Insert
an
picture
actual
of
bird.
lion. Yeah, she does have wings.
Joel, are we traveling through the night on horseback currently?
Yes. We will be.
Can I be that guy and be like, I am an elf. I can trance on horseback. Can I trance?
Can
while
you
we
trance
travel?
on horseback?
Yeah, the rules for it are no strenuous activity, but you are.
I
Actually
would consider
conscious while you
riding
trance.
hard for 30 miles
Oh,
overnight.
if we're riding
strenuous.
super hard, fair enough. Yeah, sorry. I
Yeah,
don't
so
like
so
trudging
your
along.
actual like this is for everyone at home. The rules in D&D and for 5e is that you can travel 20 miles a day without like overly straining yourself. So we are traveling at a fast pace overnight, right? So we're pushing hard to get 30 miles back to Kalamon by morning, essentially.
Cameron just
Otherwise,
comes back,
yes,
I'm
I would
killed over
agree
asleep
with you.
on my horse.
Yeah, I'd agree with you'd be just like flopping around.
Just
we are
tie me with ropes to the horse.
galloping real hard. Yeah, good
You
point.
can also AoE him.
It could AO in him, cradle him.
That's perfect. I'd love that.
No, you
I'm
you
already
suffer like the
putting
rest of your
Promise
Yeah,
party
that's fair
today.
enough. Sorry, I thought we were trudging along or something. But yeah,
No,
if
no
we're
trudging.
racing,
We are
I'm sure.
actively trying to stay ahead of the main portion of the Kalamon military, so we can bring news to Governor Mia and those that remain at Kalamon faster than the Red Dragon Army can arrive. Yeah, absolutely. So what we're gonna do is basically we push through the night, right? Our camera comes down. We watch our characters exhaustedly riding hard through the night down the road back east towards Kalamon, away from Steel Springs, to carry the news in that direction. We would open truly at the gates of Kalamon, a crowd milling around here, dozens of commoners murmuring and excitedly looking past the closed portcullis. "There's nothing to see!" shouts a guard. "Please move along!" It seems that something is actually happening, and there's probably something to see. But in the early morning, the portcullis are closed at Kalamon. What would you like to do?
I will whistle loudly at the people gathering, and I will shout, "Move! Move!"
Yeah, the horse is galloping through a crowd, right? You'll come skidding to a stop as people part way in front of you, in front of those gates. A couple of guards standing outside. Is whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on! What's all the rush?
I will shout, "We have a message from..." Frick, I can't remember his name.
Darren!
Yeah, we have a message from Darren.
All right. Darren. I think like the other guard looks up and says, "Oh, no, we know them. That's the heroes of Vogler. We know them. They're doing
They're
stuff.
From work.
From
From
work.
work.
We met them around, the water cooler back at the castle. You guys are fine. You're
Christmas
fine.
party one time.
Yeah, we don't have Christmas, but winter solstice.
Yes, winter solstice. Yes.
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 Sorry,
about
it's
that
just been-
time of year.
A hells of a morning.
Oh.
He looks up and looks kind of just directly at Reyna and your armor. A whole retinue of Knights of Solamnia entered this morning. It's got a whole place up in a little tizzy. There's a whole bunch of them. I mean, mostly the Knights, save for you, of course, aren't really well liked here. But we'll take any allies, these days.
Thank you for that information. I'm kind of casting a glance to the rest of the party like other Knights of Solamnia. You look of confusion on Reyna's face. No idea what's going on there. But anyways, we need to get to Governor Kaloth.
Miat, but that's all right.
Dang it.
One of these days.
What are my notes?
Slept for a while. So.
You are exhausted, right? Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
it says, I don't know if my notes, like Governor Kaloth, ruler of Kalamon, and I'm like, sure, let's go with that.
Yeah, all right.
Sure.
So
Miat?
it's all right. It's Governor Miat. Maybe is Kaloth the yeah, it is. It's Caliph. Calof Miat. Caliph
Ah.
Miat. Yeah, that's on me.
Does he own
We're
a
close.
Fiat?
He does own a Fiat. It's a tiny horse. You might know the man who was in charge. It was a knight named Caradoc. Very charming. Said he had a message for the governor.
Does that name ring a bell at all?
Roll me some history.
Also, how do we spell it so my notes don't look silly again?
How do I? Yeah. Here, I'll copy and paste it. But it is Calof, Caliph, Miat, governor. Generally, just goes by.
Oh no,
governor,
the
Miat.
one you just said.
Knight Caradoc. Caradoc.
Thank you kindly, and I apologize. What was that roll you asked for, DM?
A history check, please.
History.
Which is at disadvantage for your exhaustion.
Oh no.
I know. That's a 7. Nope.
Just straight
No
up.
idea who
Anyways.
that is. Yeah. Oh,
Governor Miat.
yeah, they are inside. They were going to go meet with the governor, and they came in. There was a dozen heavily armored knights.
We need in
straight
now.
out of a story.
We need in now.
Right. Yeah. All right, boys.
Thank you.
Put it up. And yeah, you hear the portcullis gets cranked up, and then you are allowed inside. Yeah, passing through the kind of like opening docks district here, we would push our way up to the courtyard of Castle Kalamon, up into the central portion of the city here. And I'm gonna, just because it helps for you guys, so you remember where you are. Pull up the big Kalamon map there. So you'd be riding through the trades gate, and then up basically the main thoroughfare there, up the main rise to Castle Kalamon, which sits nice and perched on its hill in the center of town. You would find the following here. Castle Calamon's courtyard is largely deserted. Most of the city's defenders remain with the troops west of the city. Near the covered cloisters leading to the city council's conference rooms are 2 heavily armored knights of Solamnia. One of them holds a banner bearing a prominent rose emblem.
Does
Does
that
the
check
rose
out?
emblem match anything that I recognize?
Knights of the Rose. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is the symbolism for the Knights of the Rose. At one of the divisions of our knights. They sit there to the sides of the entry chambers, and they don't say anything. What do you want to do?
We have
Do
an
we-
urgent message for the. Is it mayor or governor?
Governor.
It's mayor, right? Governor.
Governor.
Okay.
Governor.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, why am I saying mayor?
Governor.
We have an,
Oh,
we have an urgent message for the governor.
Governor.
Bloody hell, where are you from?
Jesus.
We have an urgent message for the governor. We must see him post haste.
You watch as eyes flick up underneath helms, but no words are said.
We don't have
Like, is
time
there
for this.
just no light behind those, or are they just not
I
responding?
think
Let's
he's more
roll
the
some
strong and silent
insight,
type.
maybe. You guys want to roll insight checks with disadvantage?
Ah,
It's gonna
Sure,
be
yeah.
it's gonna be a fun day.
Ah,
my insight's already negative
12.
1, so I don't
Well.
understand. I don't see anything. I go, yeah.
Okay.
Ugh, we don't have time for this. And I will dismount my horse, and I will
Yeah.
attempt to just.
Like push
Casually
forward
walk
and,
through.
and
Yeah.
move through. Yeah, absolutely. Reading through this here, we have a couple of 12s. And that's pretty good. You would note here, Razik and Talinor, the knight's armor. It's odd in that it's covered in spots of ash and rust, as if it's exceptionally old.
It's a trap.
Noticing that, Joel, would I have any suspicions about it possibly being like animated armor? Because I'd be aware of that existing.
Yes. So it does look like there's a physical body underneath it, as far as you can tell, like further portions you can see. It does not seem to be empty.
hey Joel,
Yes.
just a question, and you can say no, of course, because you are God. But could I argue a flat roll instead of a disadvantage, just because I am a Knight of Solamnia?
Not for the insight check, just because that is that is an insight into that person.
Understood, because I don't want
I
to
think-
metagame Divine Sense. But does everybody else seem off, or like they're suspicious, or anybody else feel
I
like
think
they're
if-
suspicious?
I'd be looking pretty wary because I'm
I
looking
think,
at the
yeah,
ash and
so
rust
you-
on their armor.
You had 2 people in
Don't
the
be
party
suspicious,
note these
don't be
things.
suspicious.
All that needs to happen is basically like Talinor, or Razik here just gives you a nudge and goes, "Hey, their armor's a little weird," right? Like you just need an interaction from your fellow party members that could prompt you into doing the thing that you want to do, because they have the knowledge. They just have to share it.
I'll be the fucking metagame. Let's go.
It's
I
not
got
meta.
a great idea, not from Joel. I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over to Kelly and be like, "Ooh, it doesn't look like they look after their armor as well as you do, I must say."
Ravenna is
Yeah.
gonna go forward because she rolled 1 too, so she's just like a 1 and a 2, so she's just gonna go in there and be like, we don't have time for this.
Yeah, they
Don't
will
know what
step in
she's
front of the
doing
door.
right now, but
But yeah, it does look like to you, Reyna, that their armor is definitely not well taken care of. As it's pointed out to you, you see bits of ash, rust, broken pieces, a bit chipped. It looks old, like the pieces of armor are ancient.
Something doesn't feel right, and you'll
means they're
feel
really
like this
powerful or evil.
pulse off of Reyna. So like it's not aggressive, but you just hear this boof as Divine Sense 60 feet around us celestial
Yeah.
fiend or undead.
Immediately, a noxious odor hits your nostrils, and you know these are undead.
Reyna or Ravenna to arms.
Yeah.
Well, R.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. And you immediately start attacking, and we're gonna roll initiative. Because that's
I'm
fun.
so fucking
right here,
tired.
up
Can't
on
we
the top.
just deal with them in the
Dun, dun, dun.
morning?
Can't we just deal
They're just
with them in the
standing there. We
morning?
can go have a night's sleep
Ah!
and come back.
And then here's the really cool. I didn't want to show this because it does look
Oh,
like
he's
they're just
dead as
undead.
shit.
He's dead as shit, right? that
You can just say he
horse.
looks tired. Like,
that
maybe,
dude's dead as hell.
Oh, okay, my thing is we literally just warned the government. We literally,
Yeah.
before leaving,
Yeah,
just warned them
Uh-huh.
about shape-shifting.
yeah. Here we are, guys, on the far end of the consequences of the governor's actions. We're gonna see how that pans out.
Well,
You're
I'd
gonna
like to cast
refine.
Misty Step 8 times until I'm in 10.
We're
I
telling
totally
them.
understand that. Yeah.
Pixel, you see that? That's the consequences of his actions.
She's pointing at me.
You see that? Look at that.
That's the
You see,
I thought that was
consequences of their actions.
Pixel's like foot for a second that you were pointing with.
what is that right there? Look at that. You see
How
that?
long have we been gone for? It's only been a few days, right?
Yes, it has been like 2 total days.
How the hell did that happen?
Just sitting here like,
We're gonna find out. That's the point of today.
"Ah!"
Yeah. All right. I've got Razik, Svartal, Talonor. I
Oh,
do
yep.
need a couple more rolls onto here.
Is this a disadvantage?
Negative. This is not a
Okay.
disadvantage. Some people do consider initiative to be an ability check. I do not because I think that's lame.
Thanks, God.
We already are
There
gonna
are-
have attack rolls at disadvantage anyway. So it's
No,
like,
you don't have your attack rolls at disadvantage. That doesn't happen until exhaustion level 3. It is
Yeah.
ability
Oh, never mind.
checks and movement is halved.
Oh.
That is all. You are fine. You can battle just as hard as you normally would.
I don't
Which
need
is
much
great.
movement to stand behind Svartal. It's fine.
Yeah. So Ravenna had already said, hey, I'm pushing my way forward here. Talonor had nudged Reyna about, this whole thing. Yeah, our first undead knight is just going to move forward. And you watch as they swing a longsword, and then it tries to reach out and grab at you as well. So it's going to make 2 attacks here, one with a longsword, and then one it is going to attempt to reach out and grasp at you here. Ravenna is a 22 to hit for the longsword, which does minimal damage at 3. But the secondary thing here is a 15 to hit, which does indeed hit for 8 necrotic damage. And I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw, as you can feel the life force of your body being drained.
Oh.
You are within 10
10
feet
feet.
of me. You get plus
Whatever your,
plus 1. Not
there
a
you
lot,
go.
but a little bit.
I'll put the aura back on here too so you can see it. Yeah, nice.
You don't need
so
it.
it's funny. So you feel it like being drawn out of you. You still take the 8 points of necrotic damage, but you do not suffer any lasting effects there. That's all for
Yeah, it hits
this
me. I go,
creature.
ah! It kind of itches.
Ow! Yeah, it itches a little bit. It blackens your skin somewhat, but fortunately, no lasting effects just yet. Reyna, what would you like to do?
Using my movement, going to the one that is to the right of Ravenna.
Mhm.
Attempting to swing. We're going long-handed,
Long-handed.
My goodness, it's so early in the morning, folks.
Long-handed.
Ah,
It's early. I
Longsword,
got you.
two-handed.
Yep.
My goodness.
Longsword,
Dirty 20.
Two-handed. Dirty 20 does indeed hit, finding its way past the ancient plate armor here. Are you smiting?
Made
I
a
will
schmack and a
ask.
divine smite on there.
Okay, add me an extra D8 because it is an undead.
Oh.
So it'll be
Chicken nuggets.
9 slashing and 10 radiant damage. With the extra D8 here to add on top of that. There you go for another 5. Yeah, so 15 radiant damage and 9 slashing. You watch as your blade sinks into the body underneath this old armor. It doesn't seem to react too much. And then you apply the radiant damage of the smite, and there's an explosion of radiant light. And you watch as the creature in front of you shifts and changes, revealed into being the undead thing that it is.
It's still standing.
It is indeed standing.
How's it looking?
That was a pretty good hit with the radiant damage in tow there. You note that your slashing damage does not do as much as you would like it to. I'm also going to just move you forward there.
Slightly crispy.
But
Looking
yeah, I
pretty
mean,
pooged, man.
you're looking pretty pooge, man.
I would like to pooge it some more.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on.
absolutely. It's definitely going to take another hit here. It's
Pooge
hard to
that
tell when
mane.
an undead creature is bloodied, but the radiant fire is, definitely burning through it at this point.
I'll use a second attack, Sans smite this time though.
Yeah, absolutely. 24 definitely hits. For another 10 slashing as you slash across again. It feels like it's not doing as much as you would like it to, but you do make contact here and continue to do some damage.
Just double checking for bonus actions.
Yeah, most of your bonus actions are spells.
That will end my turn.
Okay. Talonor, hey, you noticed something.
Hello.
You were right. They were a little off. Very undead
Certainly were.
boys. Yeah,
That fella's changed.
yeah,
He's different now.
he's different.
All right. Thankfully, what a great cantrip I have for this. I'm going to Sacred Flame them. However,
Yeah.
because I'm a Lunar Sorcerer, it's Moonfire. And I'm going to hit both of them because they're... This guy's in this box, and I'm going to say it's within 5 feet of the other one.
He's fine. He's in that box. You know what? He would be in front of the door. That's
Exactly.
fine. All right, so double
All right.
dexterity saving throws here.
Yeah, it's
12
DC
on the 12 on the
No, I'm not gonna
injured
tell
one
you
here.
now.
21
cheat.
on this one.
Well, it's 22 to save. No, it's 16. So
Yeah, we
The,
absolutely blast the injured one here.
yeah, and he's gonna take 6 points of radiant
Huge!
damage. Amazing. Assuming he is in fact weak to radiant.
Yeah, so it does hit him here. The radiant damage coursing through him. It does not seem that they are vulnerable to it. It just seems to be
Okay.
more effective than the just the weapon strikes.
Interesting. Okay. Well, in that case, having noted that down, I'd noticed that like they didn't get mega blasted because I think Talon
Yes.
in his studies would probably know like radiant.
He'd know a
sorcery
Mega Blast.
Good
He'd
against
know a
something.
Mega Blast when
Well,
he
he
sees
can do
one.
some Mega Blast. He can't
Ain't
right now.
no a
but
mega blast anywhere.
I think he'd know that like radiant sorcery is typically pretty good against undead.
Yeah,
Uh,
and it does. Again, it seems effective, much more so
but
than
not-
just hitting
but
it with a
notice
weapon.
that it's not like super effective.
Correct,
So,
yes.
Okay, he's gonna note that and actually just end his turn there for now.
Okay. Razik.
Okay, Joel, I will move here
Mhm.
and attempt to hit it with my great sword.
Yes.
This is
25. Uh-huh.
Now, this is a magic weapon. I don't know if that makes a difference, but it does
Sure.
just do slashing damage. So it's
Sure.
10 slashing. Now,
Yeah, this is
go.
your enhanced weapon, right? The
It is, yes. But the
Look at
second
Big
attack was a
Chugger
nat,
with the
a
plus
nat one.
9 to
Oh, that one. That hurts. That hurts.
Yeah. And my bonus action, I shall deploy my Steel Defender. Joel.
Absolutely.
Right
Yeah,
here,
so
and
you will
I'll-
note that your magical great sword here slices through the undead creature rather cleanly, dealing the 10 points of damage there, leaving it greatly injured as one of its arms seems to be lopped off at the shoulder.
Lovely. And then my Steel Defender will make an attack as well. This is just a regular one.
Absolutely.
So it's a 14.
Okay. The 14 there, unfortunately, does not hit. So it does not find its way
Oh.
past the plate.
Has he got a name now? Is he called Brass Splash?
Yeah, he has a
Oh,
name.
Good name. I like it.
Can we like shout for like guards?
Sure.
Because like I know it's kind of empty,
Yeah.
but like
So speaking is a free action. You're more
Yeah.
than
The
welcome
Guards
to.
are undead
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
well, yeah, I will shout for guards or help.
Sure, absolutely. You begin
Yeah.
shouting for guards and help. No one is forthcoming, but yeah, Razik, that is bonus action. Anything else here?
I'm Gucci, Joel.
All right.
I love that
Ro-
Ravenna in this fight so far has been like, I'm pushing through. They turn her dead. She's like, help!
Undead zombies.
I'm very spooked.
Scary.
She heard a lot of ghost stories when we were kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ravenna, it is your turn. What are you going to do about these ghosts?
I don't know
Okay.
why I like literally muted myself and was about to start speaking.
Doing the exact opposite of what you need
All
to
right,
do.
so I would like to not rage.
Okay,
uh,
we're saving that.
I would like to do a strength check against the man that is in front of me because I would like to move him.
Okay, sure. So this is.
Or
Do you
like,
want to do
get
like
past him.
the grapple
like-
version of this, or do you want to do the shove version of this?
I would like to shove him.
Absolutely. So all you need to do is, because shove is in a direct line, is how we rule that here. You'll just step over to the side and then shove them off the other direction, and you can
Okay.
force them that way. It counts
I will
as
do
one of
that.
your attacks, so you could shove and then shove again, even if you really felt like it. But yeah, this is going to be contested athletics.
Okay.
Here's the note. Contested athletics. Athletics is a skill check. You are currently at disadvantage for your skill checks being exhausted. You could mitigate this by raging, because you get your athletics at advantage, and it would just be a straight roll. But you
Right.
would need to be raging for that to happen. Otherwise,
okay,
it is just
so-
a straight, you're at disadvantage against their straight roll of athletics.
Okay. I will actually rage. I would like to
Okay.
rage.
Sure,
Just-
yeah.
Yep. All right, so let's see here. And do an athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
Normal one. What?
Ooh, that is a 6.
You
Will
said
not
what?
beat the 16 from the first there. Keep in mind, though, that is one of your, I believe you have 2 attacks now. Is that right?
Yes, I do. I would like to do it again.
You actually don't have 2 attacks.
Oh, I don't. Never mind. I would not
Nope.
like to do
you
it
need
again.
one more level in Battle Master. So that is it. That is bonus action in action there,
Yep.
Ravenna.
Oh,
And you could not move him.
but is he blocking my way through the door?
I would say for the time being, yes. At
So
least
I
so much
technically-
as like you'd have to squeeze.
I mean, I
through
wouldn't.
that
I
there.
know. I was gonna say. I know that
You're gonna
I'd
take some
probably get an
attacks of
attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
I definitely. But would I be able to get through?
Are you gonna do it anyway? You just want to go through?
Yeah, I want to get through that door because, like, while we're sitting here, doing the tango with these two, there's probably other bad stuff going on. So, and the whole time I'm gonna be like,
There's other bad stuff.
gods!
Yeah.
Oh, gods! So I would like to use my action surge to attempt to like,
Oh.
or do I use my move? Would I just use my movement then, and then get the attack of opportunity on me?
Yeah, I don't think you need to action surge at all here.
Okay,
This is
well, I
just
won't
gonna
use
be,
my action
You're gonna be
surge.
like, screw it, I'm just going through then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Bust through the
Go through
door here. You would find immediately on the opposite side a couple of dead guards. As you push through the door. The light actually.
Do I see like a horn or anything, or a bell, or like?
A bell?
Probably
No,
nothing.
there's actually not. There's a piano towards the south if you're really
I
feeling
look at
it.
I like look at it, glance. I glance over. Oh, gosh, like they've
Yeah.
got nothing. So I keep yelling, gods!
Yeah,
Guys!
what you would know, just because you have been here before, we have not seen this map, but you guys would have walked this path before. Ravenna, you would know that you would need to go inside the door here, and then all the way across the hall, down
I'm not
to the
gonna make
south.
that.
I
Nope.
know. I'm just letting you know that is where
Yeah.
that is how you get to the council chamber. Is that
Got it.
direction? So it is south, directly across this circular room.
Roger
yeah.
that, Chief.
So you open the door, you see a couple of dead guards and blood here on the ground, kind of, in tracked blood across this enormous circular room. It's got some stairs that go up. It's got musical instruments and all of these very nice pieces of armor around, heralding, the strength of Kalaman. But yeah, there's just some dead guards here.
So
What would
I
you
will
like to
use,
do?
and my movement is half, so it's
Yes.
15.
Yeah, you've already used
So it'd
5.
Yeah, so then I would just be,
Take 10 in. Yeah.
yep, 10 in.
Okay.
And then another?
Yeah, so that's one more step. So that's 10
Yep.
total right there. Yeah, you would suffer 2 attacks of opportunity from here. 15 on the first, 16 on the second. Fortunately for you, you are raging now. And in this, that is 10 points total of slashing, half down to 5.
Okay. Guards!
Yeah, still shouting. Yeah, this one's not going to let you get away. It does step in. Well, actually, he was never left your range, so there is no opportunity attack.
Oh,
he's-
so I give me my 5 points of health back?
No. He never
Oh,
left
he's
your
still within- oh, yeah, he's
range,
still within
so
my
there's
range. Yeah,
no
okay.
reaction from you to be
Got
able
it.
to attack him with your polearm. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to take a long sword attack, and he's going to take a life drain attack. 16 on the first, which is 18 on the first, which is 6, half down to 3. And then the life drain attack is 6 necrotic damage and a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
That, unfortunately, is just not enough. If you had been inside Reyna's aura, you would have saved. Fortunately, from here, that is 6 points removed from your maximum hit points.
Ouch.
Now, make a note of what your max is somewhere, and then remove 6 from your current max.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
Well, that's not very nice.
And they are just chasing you down, Ravenna Svartal. What would you like to do?
Well, this guy's still not gone, so I guess I will swing my great axe at this
Absolutely.
this close one.
An 8,
That
unfortunately,
sucks.
does not find its way past the plate armor.
I swing again.
Absolutely.
Sheesh.
13, very similarly. The armor, too tough, too strong. That is action. You do have a bonus action remaining here.
I don't think I can do much other than rage, so I'm just going to...
Okay.
I'm going to save and pass.
Okay. This does bring us to the revealed undead. It's got a lot of targets. I'm just going to roll a D4. We're going to go across the whole thing here. Starting 1 on Svartal, 4 is Brass Brush, so 3 is Razik. Razik is a 20 on the first for 7 slashing damage. And
Protection.
22... oh, you want to do the protection?
Please and thank you.
20 goes to 18 for 7 slashing
18 still
damage.
hits.
Yep. So that does hit. Do you want to do your reactionary?
I would like to use my flashbang sword, Joel.
Yeah, that's there you
So it's
go.
a Constitution saving throw, and the DC is 16.
I rolled an 8. So yes, our
Hey.
guy here will be flashbanged for the moment. This does mean that his next attack is at disadvantage, correct?
I'm just seeing if it's just the one.
It's
we
until
wait
your
the end
next
of the attack.
turn.
It's
right?
until the end of the attacker's next turn.
Next turn. With the
Yeah.
disadvantage, that 22 becomes a 9 and will miss on the life drain attack. So the sword will find the
Nice.
mark for 7. The life drain will miss. Reyna.
The one that is still standing in front of us, I have my shield out now, so long sword, one-handed. Going to try
Yeah.
and fell that creature.
Quick question, just because I don't want you to roll just yet. Razik, are they effectively blinded, or is it just disadvantage on attack rolls? I know it's just been a while since we've used this.
It's been a while since we did everything.
I know,
Attackers
right?
be blinded until the end of the attacker's next turn.
Perfect.
It
So,
literally says
Reyna,
blinded too,
with
so.
advantage, you get to make this attack because your target is blinded. That's what I
Thanks,
wanted to
Zeke.
check on. Yeah. So that's real good. With the advantage of 14, unfortunately, it does miss on the first. Able to intercept your sword in the air there. One more again. 20 does find the mark. Roll some longsword damage. Big 12 points of damage. Are we pouring on any additional on this?
No.
Okay.
Actually, oh shoot. I totally forgot my bonus action to make it a magical weapon. That's my fault though.
You want to do it anyway.
If you'd allow me to,
That's
thank you.
fine.
You're such a
So you
kind
concentrate
DM.
on magic
God has
weapon.
spoken. God has spoken.
God has spoken. And yes, with this being a magical and imbued weapon here, which please describe to me what that looks like, because it's the first time you've imbued your magical weapon.
Noticing that Razik's weapon is dealing a lot more damage than my normal slashes, calling upon my god, I ask him to imbue holy magic into my sword, and you just see this bright white light just poof, for a brief second, very close to the blinding light that just happened from Razik, but not as bright, and then quickly just shing, shing, as Reyna slashes into the undead.
Absolutely. And yes, it does so. With the magically enhanced weapon, you will be able to easily sever through the undead creature, and it topples, clattering to the ground inside the armor.
I just imagine Razik looking all cool, and then Reyna, like, looking at her sword, and she's like...
Why didn't mine do that? Why doesn't mine do that?
I like to think Razik's just like, why didn't I trademark that?
I like how you're shaking it like a glow stick. Like it's not
Yeah,
quite
like-
charged.
Cracks her sword in half in the middle.
Oh, good. Okay.
Then you know it's serious. Oh no, crack.
Yeah. So Reyna, I do want to just come back here real quick. You do still have movement.
Yes.
Our movement is halved, but you can close distance here if you'd like to.
Yes, 15 feet. Let me go ahead and kind of move into the right of the doorway so I'm not blocking the door, if that's okay. If I'm
Yep.
able to.
You have 15 feet total of movements. You can't really get inside because there's a pseudo armor there, but
Okay.
you can get
then-
to behind him in
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
those
yeah,
two
that's fine.
spots. Okay. So you can run up behind the remaining potentially undead knight here, and we'll see how that goes. Talonor.
Yes, I am going to take a step forward to stay in Reyna's lovely aura. And I'm just gonna be conservative until we see what's going on. I'm gonna sacred flame the knight I
Absolutely.
can see.
Yeah, so a little dex save. That's a
that
22.
That is certainly a save. Nothing happens.
Yeah. The moonfire flashes in
Feels
the
bad.
area, and the undead knight is able to dodge out of the way.
But yeah, I'm not gonna. I'll take another step forward, I guess, behind Reyna.
Sure.
Other than that, I'm just gonna have my turn.
All right, Razik.
Well, actually, Joel, there's one thing I'd like to do. It's a little bit different. I like to cast a spell.
Exciting.
Okay. But I'd like to cast the spell Skywrite. So here's
A little
the
plane comes past. It's like.
I imagine it's like a mechanical little
What
like
does that
plane. You
say?
just twist it up and it goes.
It's like.
A part of the sky you can
Man.
I want to read out the exact way as it is on your jumper. No, I wanted to say
It's a wonderful use of your spell.
yeah. No, undead attacking keep, available troops assist immediately. If I can. Joel.
Available troops assist immediately. God,
Razik
we are using some long ass words.
That rumbled.
Let's
let's
like
hope,
up to 10 words.
yeah, let's hope the people of
Couldn't
Kalamon
you
can
do, like-
read.
Can you do like, Kalamon
He's
is
got it.
under attack.
He's got it.
Please
It's just
help.
look at that. Available troops
Post
assist
haste.
immediately. Yeah, undead attacking
Love.
keep. Just very
Love.
love for Zeke.
Razik.
Smiley face. Okay. So
Wait,
I've
Smiley
never.
Face counts as 2 extra characters. You
This,
do-
I just want to note this. This is the first time I've ever had anyone use Skywrite. I run a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. This is the first time anyone has ever used this spell in any
Seriously?
game I've ever played,
Craig, I think
Inspiration!
which is crazy. That's
This
that's
is
See,
probably
yeah, you get an
nuts.
inspiration now. Good job.
yeah, that's fine. You know what, Craig, take an inspiration. If you got the slot open, let's do that.
I still have it from the last
Then
time,
you-
Joel.
Well, then you don't get a new one.
I
All right.
haven't really needed it.
What does it look like for you to cast Skywrite?
I mean, I imagine that like all clouds and like if there's clouds in the sky, it's just like
Sure.
they just all disappear, and all that's left are clouds that form those words. If that makes sense.
Oh, I thought he was gonna have 2 red glowing sticks and waving.
I feel like I've only got like 6 seconds, so it can't be, for a turn. So
It didn't take 6 seconds.
It's perfect.
So yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you write a warning, a message, and a request for assistance to hopefully at least some of the gate guards or wall guards will notice. We'll see
Yeah,
how.
I mean, people might be on a break or something like that. So there's
Yeah.
only available troops, just depending on.
Yeah,
where
just
they're staying,
available
so,
troops. The ones that are
Oh, you
out
can't-
having a
you can't
sandwich.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't break Union code. You can't
That's
do that.
true. Yeah. Can't do that.
Don't want
Well,
to mess up their adherence stats or anything like that.
He's gonna write it like Joel's jumper, and it's gonna say "Undead available immediately. Keep attacking troops."
keep attacking
Smiley
troops.
Don't do that.
So then
so
with my
good.
bonus action,
Yeah.
Brass Brush will go there and make an attack.
That's a wall.
But can he? Oh wait, no. Can I go? Okay,
There
I'll
you
there.
go.
Is that fine?
That's
Sorry,
fine.
I can't quite see my angle. That's a 15.
That is a 15, which unfortunately is not enough to find its way past
Okay.
the plate armor.
Razik will move there, and that's my turn.
Alrighty. Ravenna. What do you want to do?
I'm kind of hurting.
Yeah, a little bit.
Also in real life. No. I would like to use where's the ability? Second wind.
Yeah.
So it says I can regain
D10.
hit points equal to D10 plus my fighter level. So D10.
So it'll be D10 plus 4 for you here.
D10. Okay, it didn't work. I did the
Slash
slide.
R.
Did it backwards.
Yep.
I
It was
do
so
that. I feel
close.
like every single time I have to type. I'm pretty sure I always do R slash.
Yeah, every time. It's all right.
Yeah, 3
7.
plus 4, 7. Math.
Yep. So you recover 7 hit points here. So take yourself a deep
Okay.
breath in your rage. That is your bonus action.
That is my bonus action. I'm going to because he's like the guy is still on me, so I would like to while shouting guard still I would like to cleave him
Cleave
with-
him.
or like stab him with my pole arm, my halberd.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Go
Or
for it.
is it my glaive? Was it my glaive or my
It's a
halberd?
glaive. So it's
Okay,
more of a
that's what I thought.
slashing motion.
Yeah, it's
but
more of a
we get-
slashing, yeah.
We get the idea, you know. A 16, unfortunately, is not enough. They have plate armor, which seems to be incredibly
And my
effective at this
pole
point.
arm bonus doesn't count because I used my bonus action
Your
already.
bonus action is already
Wanted to
spent.
clarify. Yeah, okay. So, on that note, guards! That ends my turn.
All right, absolutely. Immediately after the miss here, our undead knight will make 2 attacks against Ravenna, who has moved past him, so that is his focus. 14 on the first. Reyna.
I have 14.
So let me double check here. Reyna, your protection requires the target to be within 5 feet or the attacker to be within 5 feet.
That is a good question. Aura of
Well, technically I'd be
protection.
in it, right?
Not aura of protection.
Oh.
Your reactionary ability protection.
Oh, my apologies. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you.
Okay, so the target must be within 5, so there's no reaction from Reyna here, so the 14 will hit for 8 slashing damage, halved down to 4. Secondarily to this, there is a 17 on the life drain attack for 4 necrotic damage, which you take all of in a constitution saving throw. This, you will have the aura bonus of +1. 15, 16. So 16 will be good enough for you to resist the life-draining portion of that damage, but the damage still sticks.
Which one? The damage was how much again?
So it's 4 necrotic, and you
I
took
got the
4
4.
slashing.
Okay. Got it.
And that's
Man,
it.
I just used my action surge. I'm gonna take that up. Or my second win. Sorry, not my action surge.
Zvardal, it's going to be real hard to get inside there. There's a bit of congestion at the door, including all of your friends being in the way. It does not look like there's an easily accessible path.
Jump, jump.
Damn.
What do you want to do?
Is the I don't know. If I could, there's no way to reach through the door, but if I had my rage, I can reach 10 feet. I guess I'm just chilling. Can I just pass? I don't
You have
really know what to
javelins.
do here. I have javelins. Do I want to throw
Yeah.
them through here? I guess I could.
I mean, so for just as a reminder for like how we do this stuff and at home, house rules here are you can pass through, like walk through your compatriots without any issue. They will move out of the way for you. That's fine. You can also make ranged attacks through them without risk of hitting them, mostly because we don't play with like crit fumble rules or anything like that. So there's no risk of you hitting your friends. Now, the knight's going to have a little bit of cover because he is kind of half behind a wall and inside the door there. But otherwise, you can still make the attempt of throwing those javelins if you'd like to.
I mean, I guess so. It's not really. I don't really have much else. Yeah, sure. I will
Okay.
throw a javelin.
Absolutely.
Because why the heck not? That's a natural
That
20.
there is a nat 20. Yeah, roll me some javelin damage. Okay,
That's not bad.
so it'll be
Wait,
13
rage charger?
total.
No, don't take those
13
off.
total piercing damage. Again,
Yeah.
the javelin sails through the air, slams in the back of this, what we know to be an undead creature. This is the first damage that this creature has seen so far, so only just now does it become evident that it is undead. Its illusion breaking here, and noting that the plate armor of Solamnia that it is wearing is deteriorating rapidly. It's covered in rust. Yeah, it doesn't look very good, but you will deal the 13 points of damage. It does seem resistant to the javelin.
Resistant.
Mhm.
As we learned in
No,
the watch
wasn't it-
company, resistant is not proof.
Correct.
I was gonna say, wait, didn't it? It like took the radiant damage from Reyna's, but didn't take the actual weapon damage.
No.
Or
So
sorry?
so for when I say resistant, it just means that they take less damage
Okay.
from that
Mhm.
source.
Got it. Okay.
Immune is the wording for no damage.
That's the okay. Yeah, I'm getting those mixed up. Thank you for clarification.
All good. So Svartle, the first javelin hits and hits real hard. What do you want to do?
I'll throw another one.
Absolutely.
I don't even know how many I have. I think it's like 4.
You have like 5. I think 5 is
5.
standard. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 is a standard,
That's
but
gonna
I
hit
believe.
too. Nice. 25 hits.
Yeah.
7.
For a nice little 7 there. Again, does seem resistant to the damage, but they do impact, and he's got a couple of javelins sticking out his back now.
Take that.
Yeah. So Svartle, movement and bonus action remain. Anything you would like to do?
Are there any other possible ways to jump into this room?
Not from this front door. There are some other, like, see this path kind of off to your east?
Yeah.
That would lead to a secondary entrance, but it is further away
Yeah.
from the council
Okay.
chamber, right? So you'd be running
gonna
pretty
do
far
that.
over into that there. Just a reminder that, like, Castle Kalamon is a fortress. You guys would have already passed through what
Yeah.
looked to be like a wide open gate with no guards.
I assume they're castle-like windows
So-
where they're like this big.
Right, so the first floor itself just generally does not have windows on non-defensible sides.
Right.
If they do have windows, they're just arrow slits.
Okay, then yeah, I'm good here. I'm
Okay.
gonna pay more attention to anything coming up behind us.
Sure, absolutely. Reyna, what would you like to do here?
Going to try and unblock this doorway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still with shield, sword, and board. Okay, so one-handed
16, unfortunately, does miss.
chicken nuggets. All right, let's try it again.
20. 20 will find the mark there for longsword damage. You gonna add any spice onto this one, or you want to leave it alone?
I will add. Well, actually, how is it looking?
It just took damage from Svartle, period. That is the first damage it has seen. It is very healthy. Well,
I
as healthy
will-
as an undead creature can actually be.
Actually, how many?
He takes
I do
vitamins
still
every
have some
day.
level
He
ones.
does.
Okay.
Doesn't take care of his armor, though. Seems secondary, you know?
That
probably all
man's got a
calcium.
lot of got a lot of calcium in his bones.
No, I'm sorry. I went too quick. My bad. It happens.
Okay, so we are pouring on the extra radiant damage here from the smite. So that is 2 smites for this round. So 2 first level spell slots gone from Reyna here for 9 slashing, 11 radiant damage.
Kind of dumb question. The magical weapon concentration will drop, correct?
No.
No, it also
No.
stays.
Yeah, smiting is not a
Oh.
concentration thing. You have smites that are bonus action concentration spells, and then you have the ability called Divine Smite, which you just get to decide when you hit something to expend a spell slot to deal radiant damage.
Neat.
There's no extra sauce for that. It just happens. Yeah,
Spicy.
right? So that's good. So the magical weapon here with the 9 slashing, it will feel all of it, right? Their magically imbued weapon, and the 11 points of radiant damage as well. So this is a big 20-point damage hit for the secondary strike here. And again, it's hard to tell when an undead creature is bloodied, but boy, oh boy, can you tell it's messed up.
I will take an attack of opportunity to get out of the doorway.
Yeah, it absolutely will react in that fashion. I think it's going to try and do its life drain as an attack.
Wait, no, if I move, then nobody's in my bubble anymore.
Well, it depends. If you move backwards, the rest of the
Only
crew is in your
Ravenna
bubble.
will drop out
Ravenna's
of
the
it.
only one that's not.
No, I don't want Ravenna to be out of the bubble. I'll stay.
Okay,
I'm
you
fine,
stay.
fine. It's just the narcotic.
It's the narcotics.
It's just the
It's
narcotics.
narcotics.
I took narcotic damage.
Those pills are starting to hit.
Oh
Okay,
boy,
listen.
the narcotic damage is crazy. All right, Talonor, what do you want to do here? Let's finish this guy off.
God.
I'm gonna fail a sacred flame. So could I get a dex save?
That's a 12. Not failing that time.
Yeah. Hey, watch me roll a 1 and a 2 again.
Here we go.
11. There you
11.
go.
Pretty,
I mean, that's
pretty
two
solid
ones.
hit here.
It is.
Yeah,
Next
absolutely.
to each other.
They are 2 1s next to each other, dealing 11 more radiant damage, moonfire damage, down onto the undead soldier here. He is barely standing.
Bonus action, kick him in the face.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just pass. I'll let somebody kill him. Somebody kill him. For the love
Razik.
of God. Razik, you
Somebody
can
kill him, please.
get him.
Well, I will let Brass Brush take the first attack roll. So that's a 10.
As a 10. Miss.
Now he's already taken his. No, he didn't take it.
He has not taken it because Reyna has not
Oh
moved.
shoot! Is there any way for Zeke to get through, or
There is
get in a
not.
position to be an
currently.
attack? Okay. In which case, I will take an attack of opportunity here. I'm moving in there.
16 to hit for
Oh,
6
that does take-
slashing
oh.
damage.
You swine. Okay.
Wow.
Whoa! Goodness.
Then a great sword attack.
Yeah, great sword attack. 22
22.
absolutely hits. 14! The magical weapon will slam through the creature. It will be cleaved in 2. You split Robin's arrow in twain. And drop to the ground here, clattering in its old Solamnic armor. So we'll bring us to the end of that combat here and kind of open up the area to move forward if you would like to into the interior here.
What should we do? Should we go to the main hall?
I am now sprinting. Oh, I jump over the dead bodies. I'm sprinting to the corridor.
Sprinting to
Shoes
the
off.
corridor. Goodness gracious.
With what is it? I was gonna say, but sprinting, but slow sprinting because I'm exhausted.
Is that right?
Yes,
Slow-mo sprinting.
slow motion.
Can I, as I retrieve my javelins, can I inspect them further?
Inspect
Are
the
they-
javelins.
No. Do the bodies like disappear or anything?
The bodies do not disappear.
Yeah, I want to inspect the bodies then.
Oh, okay. Ravenna is running.
I know.
Svartal
Oh,
is
I'm aware.
investigating.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do Svartal's thing first because
Is there
Well, it does take
what
time.
Yeah. You guys keep moving. I'll catch up.
Remember, you have half movement, so if they do hit something here, it will take you twice as long to arrive.
Is that a hint?
You already know that this is a dangerous location. We do not know what is ahead of us here. If we take the time to investigate the undead bodies while one of our compatriots is sprinting off ahead, it means that you're going to be separated.
I
don't know
will,
what is ahead of you.
everybody?
I would probably-
Everybody should go.
I was
Except
gonna say, like-
it's a literally a quick. I'm looking at something to
Yeah.
see if I notice anything. Basically, I'm using it, and it would be natural knowledge. If it doesn't come up in nature check, then I wouldn't see it.
So what is the purpose of the check? What are you trying to do?
I want to know what it is. I've never seen. I having spent time in like the woods and noticing encampments and all this stuff, just kind of wandering as a vagabond. I've never seen this. So
Sure.
I'm very
So
curious.
what is this thing? Sure. Yeah, just roll nature.
Yeah.
This is at disadvantage due to the exhaustion.
Yes. Nature.
What is it?
What is this thing? That is a
Shit.
4. You don't know. It looked
Damn.
like it was supposed to be dead and yet was walking.
I also rolled a 19. God dang it. All right.
Disadvantage is a hell of a drug.
That's all. That's the only check I would have time for. I'd pull my
Okay.
javelins and start running.
Okay. So we just start moving ahead. I'll just take the group here. It's a little easier for me to do so.
Reyna does like a passing prayer as we're running.
As soon as I say I'm gonna move the group, everyone just starts moving. It's okay.
Guards.
Yeah. So you begin pushing forward here. Thank you, Connor. I appreciate all of that. That's great. Yeah. You see that this bit of the door here is not necessarily fully closed. I assume we just move through that there, and you see more dead guard bodies. Wowie, fun. Yeah. Now we're out here. Dead guard bodies. A lot of blood. And to our west is the council chamber, where you can see quite a large smear of blood coming from out the slightly ajar door.
You would hear Reyna mumbling prayers beneath her breath as we're running through the hallways, just seeing all of the dead guards like clutching her pendant and just like muttering prayers.
I will be sprinting towards the council chamber or whatnot.
Yep.
So I will.
You move to the door.
Yeah.
You move to the door and you attempt to push on it. It seems as there's something blocking it. It is, again, partially ajar, and you can kind of make out what looks to be a hand, like a dead person likely lies behind this door. So you have to give it a bit of a shove to move it.
Would that be
out of the way.
athletics check?
I'm not gonna make the check here. It's just like
Okay.
you need to move the door out of the way, and beyond which you see a scene of slaughter spilling across the council chamber. Several guards wearing the colors of Kalamon lie tangled amid skeletal remains in the tarnished Solamnic armor. The bloody bodies of Kalamon's council members slump in high-backed chairs across the room's large table. At a position of honor opposite the door, Governor Kaloth Miat's body is transfixed to his chair, a gleaming longsword piercing his chest. Next to the governor's body, a man in Solamnic armor rocks back in his chair. He props his booted feet on the table and balances a scroll on one finger. He looks over where Ravenna stands in the door. Oh. Oh. Pleasure to see you here. Oh. Come in. Come in. Figured you'd be a little faster, but...
I throw a javelin at him before he can finish his sentence.
All right. You throw the javelin. Ravenna, you throw a javelin across the room. I'm assuming it's the 11?
It's the 11, yeah.
Yeah, it goes sailing, and the knight will kind of just shift slightly forward, and the javelin goes clattering to the back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. I was being more than cordial. Please, this doesn't have to be a fight.
I'm going to stomp over to the table.
There you are.
And I'm going to slam my hand on the table. And I'm going to say, give me one good reason why I shouldn't gut you right here on this table.
I assume we all hear throwing things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you want to move in, you're more than welcome to. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's still raging and she's very angry, so she's like literally
currently not raging because one turn would have passed without attacking or taking damage. It is gone.
Got it. That is okay. I'm just very angry.
Yeah. That's fine. Sitting across, smug face, again, balancing that one scroll on finger, you see the knight, Solamnic armor. This looks much better repaired, polished.
He looks cute. I mean,
shining. He also looks alive.
Handsome fella, isn't
he? He is a very handsome.
Very handsome.
Yeah.
I mean, evil.
Big smile, dark skin, just looking at you all casually as you enter. Oh, finally, gang's all here. Please, come in, come in. Seems that there are things for us to discuss, isn't there?
Reyna, do you know this man?
No, but he's about to meet my blade.
Oh, fear not. We are the heroes here. I, Knight Caradoc, bring word that the Knights of Solamnia are in this very moment en route. All manner of pomp and mustache wax and whatever else they bother with these days. He gestures at the corpses around the room. Do try to contain yourself better than this lot did.
Who are you?
I am Caradoc, Knight of Solamnia.
I look back at Reyna.
He is no knight that I know of. He is no knight at all.
I'm a Knight of the Rose. How dare you?
But you're not dead, like those ones outside that we met.
Fine. No, the Knights of Solamnia aren't actually coming. But, saying so, let me get through the gates and get my lord's retinue inside.
Your lord?
Yes.
I suppose at least this one talks. That's nice.
A lovely change of pace, right? This lot here. Oh. Long travels, very quiet, very boring.
So let's just say, assuming you're in some form of disguise akin to your soldiers too.
No.
Oh, I know, it'd be a shocking revelation, wouldn't it? But let's assume that's the case. Who exactly are you instead of this knight of, whatnot, disguise?
I am Caradoc, Knight of Solamnia. That, as much is true. Well, I suppose I
have a
was a Knight of
question.
Solamnia.
Ah, there we go.
I have a
Yes?
question.
Oh, please.
Oh, to the
To
DM.
me! Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Would we know exactly what would I be familiar with necromancy at all, or
Would you
You've
have
seen me
any
use a little
reason to
bit.
be?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to think. I don't think there would be. So
There
I
might
want to
have
say
been
no.
tribal necromantic practices from your personal tribe, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you would be familiar with
I don't think I'd be familiar
actual
with this kind
magical necromancy nonsense, right? I don't think so. I think
The most you'd have seen is me using vampiric touch.
Yeah.
And stuff,
yeah.
so.
I think Talonor and Reyna are probably the most familiar with this types of magic,
That's-
mostly due
yeah.
to schooling, and training.
Why are you
said-
here
Oh,
besides inviting your lord's retinue?
Oh no, that was it. My lord was here. We got inside, but he had to go attend business with a musty old friend. My job's been done here. I'm to prevent, people like you from following up.
Joel, while he's talking, can I look around and see if Wyhan's in here? As one of the
Yeah,
bodies?
absolutely. So you just do a quick look over. I don't think there's a check necessary here. What you would
I see,
find...
but she's pretty recognizable.
Yes, you do not see Wyant's body. She is, or her in general, she is not here. The council chamber, it looks like it was full of the merchants guildsmen that our governor tends to deal with quite often. And it looks like a majority of them were here at the time.
So what exactly is it you're trying to stop us doing? Just
Just making sure my lord's work is done before there's any interruption. Though I do
Sorry, who is your
think-
lord again? You seem awfully keen to
Perhaps-
mentioning him.
Right. Well, let's just call it a higher power. He's likely done now, in fact. So you could just go.
Just go?
Yeah, leave here. The job's done. There's
The
nothing
worst
for you
option.
to do here, only loss, death, suffering. If you'd like to suffer, like the rest of these folk at this table, I mean, perhaps.
Well, he may
Press
actually be
forward.
making a point, because if the real nonsense is going on elsewhere, he may be goading us somewhat into wasting our time here.
Ah,
And
that one's smart.
if I know who, well, I have a hunch who the musty person could be that he's trying to reach. And they might be quite useful to us. I might be wrong, but...
Well, let's see.
I
Who
slam
has-
my hand on the table, and I go, fine. And then I just start storming out of the room.
Oh, she's off.
Oh, that was
She does
fun.
that.
Wow, interesting.
And then I turn
Goodbye,
around and I
then.
throw a javelin at him.
Yeah,
One
absolutely.
more time.
Throw it again and then roll me initiative. He's not going to take it for a second time. So we're just going to get into
16.
this. 16, as you throw the javelin across
It
Towards
misses, doesn't it?
Caradoc the Knight. It will impact his plate armor and be deflected to the side, and he will stand, tearing the sword out of Governor Miat's body, leveling it in your direction. He says, well, you know, I tried to be nice. And roll
And
initiative. if
I
you
look at him
haven't
and I go,
already.
I was just like, well, you're a terrible host to begin with.
He's not. He's a great host. Stop it.
Wait,
Ozil's trying to decide if he wants to fight or go try and save what he suspects is them trying to kill Whitehead.
Well,
She begrudgingly was like, fine, you've got a point. Let's do it. But then at the same time, she's like,
Yeah.
we're here now.
maybe I'll do it the next
Okay,
time.
well, I guess we're fighting.
We're here now. I mean, you guys can decide what you want to do, but we're here now.
Time to run. My javelin didn't make its mark. Well, it kind of did.
Ooh.
It just kind of bounced off.
Wow.
I don't
we
like
love
that.
a nat 20 for Caradoc the Knight on initiative. He will stand, sword in hand, and swiftly stride across the room. He is first going to use a bonus action here. You watch his lips moving, and these whispers lash out at Ravenna. I need a wisdom saving throw. That is a natural 1 turned to a 0.
Ouch.
Ravenna, in your head, your brain begins to swim, your eyes become unfocused, and you hear the whispers say, "The knight in the armor, kill her." You feel your glaive moving without your permission to strike out at Reyna. You use your reaction to attack Reyna.
I use my action to attack her.
You use your reaction
Oh, my reaction.
to attack her.
Okay, do I roll for, like,
Yeah,
okay. Well, I
you
guess
are
I,
hitting Reyna with your glaive.
Okay.
That is a 12. Fortunately, Reyna's armor, a bit thicker than that, but you watch as Ravenna, eyes kind of weirdly glassed over, strikes out with the glaive, slamming into your armor, Reyna. Then her eyes clear, and Ravenna seems herself again, but as she does so, you see that Caradoc the Knight has moved up behind her and attacks twice. First is a 13, the second is a 20. 13 will just miss Ravenna as you're able to move out of the way. The 20 will find the mark for 14 slashing damage.
What an ass.
Ravenna is sufficiently bloodied at this point. Svartal,
I
what
don't
would you
regret
like to
anything.
do?
Well, I mean, he saw this massacre of brain and body of his sister, so he's going to, obviously, he's going to rage.
Yeah, there we go.
Growing a long green tail
All
and
right,
getting very angry.
Tailman.
He's gonna just run towards Evil Man here.
His name is Caradoc. It's fine.
He doesn't give it. Sparta doesn't give a shit. what his name is.
Absolutely.
And swing his great axe.
Let's go. The
That's not
first
good.
will miss as Caradoc swiftly moves out of the way.
Try again.
Okay,
22.
22. A 22 will be enough to hit.
Sick. What kind of damage are we looking at? 13.
Okay. 13 total points of damage for the strike. Excellent. That is your action and bonus action. As you do hit, the axe sinking deeply into Karadok's chest here, he doesn't react. He just smiles. Remember the days when that would have hurt. Razik, what would you like to do?
Okay. I'll move here if I can, Joel. If I pass through all that terrain, is that alright?
Sure. You are. I mean, so the spot here is that is a chair with a body in it, and you would have had to pass through a chair with a body in it and get over the table. So I don't think that's the spot. You could.
Well, I've only got
to,
15 movement speed, so
I understand, but like you'd have to get to the other side, and it's clear. Karadok has definitely positioned himself in such a way that it's hard for you guys to surround him.
Champ.
Right? So you could get up on the table and expend some additional movement to do so, but then that, of course, that's the end of the turn, right? Of the movement, unless you dash. So in either case, you're dashing.
Okay. Well, what I will do is I'll go up on the table and then shoot a fireball.
Okay.
So it's an 18 to hit, Joel.
An 18 does just hit, finding its way past the plate armor for 11. Good shot. 11 fire damage. The splash of fire onto Karadok's face, melting pieces and bits of flesh there, and he never once drops his smile.
Don't like that. Alright, and then Steel Defender move there, and we'll make an attack.
24. Nice. For 3
damage.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Ravenna?
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to attack him with my glaive.
Okay. 13, unfortunately, will miss.
I will then try and use my polearm bonus.
Yep. 11 also will miss. Is this what passes for warriors these days?
We're tired.
No wonder the dragon army is having little trouble.
Are you not? I'm just going to like angrily, as he dodges that, I'm just going to be like, are you not with them?
No. I serve my lord, and that lord serves a higher power than the dragon army could even imagine.
That ends my
you
turn.
have movement remaining if you want
I do
to
have,
move.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to get attack of opportunity, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. And my, what is it? Yeah, my danger sense wouldn't work on that. That's a dex
What
save.
about 15 feet just skirting around him? That
Could
would
go around. Yeah. You could go up. You could go around. You cannot go through.
I'll go up next
through.
to my brother.
Yep. Okay.
And that
So you
will
go
be
up next to your brother. Talonor.
Ready. I'm going to step to the side, and I am going to cast Blindness Deafness, but I'm actually going to burn 3 meta magic points and do it as a heightened spell, so he has disadvantage on the Constitution save.
Oh.
Ooh, this could be good. This could be big.
Okay. The disadvantage just puts him at a 7.
Yeah, well, it's a
So we
16,
do have
so
blindness?
he's a little low. Yeah, he's blinded, yeah.
Okay.
Until
blinded.
he gets to remake the save at the end of each one of his turns.
It is a concentration in the meantime, correct?
That is correct, yes, and my mage armor drops.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's not true. It doesn't. Never mind.
Okay.
I always think it's a concentration spell. It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Wow, I absolutely thought it was.
Yeah, I always think it is, but it's not.
Okay, so he just gets to make the save at the end of every turn? And that's the jam?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Wait, sorry.
I can look
Oh,
it
yeah,
up.
no, this isn't a concentration spell either. This
Blindness,
is just, he is
deafness,
blind for a minute, and he gets to repeat the save at the end of his turn.
Yeah, sick.
Oh, cool. All right, I'm not concentrating on anything.
Yeah. All
My
right.
brain has absolutely no wrinkles.
No wrinkles. Do you have any
Too
bonus
tired.
action brain wrinkling?
Not right now, no. I will end my turn there.
Love it. Reyna, that magical weapon thing, just to double check, I believe that's an hour-long concentration, so you're still jamming on that. Perfect. All right, Reyna, what do you want to do? There is a imposter, Knight of Solamnia, in front of you.
Well, given that Talonor just did this amazing blindness on him, I don't need to compel duel just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and close the distance, just right up into his face. And while he's like blinded, I'm going to just like whisper into his ear, like close up to him, just like, "You sully the night. Blah, blah. Can you cut that out? You sully the name of the Knights of Solamnia." I'm so freaking tired right now, y'all. I have not slept at all. You sully the name of the Knights of Solamnia, and I'm gonna try and stab my sword into him.
Do it.
Stab,
Do it.
stab. 16?
Do it.
24, you got advantage,
16.
he's blind.
Oh, I have advantage. 24. Psych.
He is blind. Yeah, 24 will find the mark.
Okay, second attack with advantage. 13.
A 13,
Wait. My Knight of Solamnia feat.
Which gives you advantage, which you
Yeah, you already
have.
have advantage.
Oh, never mind then. Don't waste that.
Yeah. Gives you advantage, which you already have. But the 13, unfortunately, will miss. But we will deal the 6 slashing damage from the first strike there. Easily enough. I'll just go ahead and move you forward as well. And yeah, he takes the hit and just has 0 reaction. Reyna, any bonus actions here?
Bonus action. Is this the one I'm looking for? 1 second. Nope, that's not it. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. No, that ends my turn.
Okay. Caradoc will use his bonus action, and the whispers reach out to Svartal. Svartal, I need a wisdom saving throw. This is one of your better stats.
Yeah.
Hey, no, Joel, I don't want to be that guy. Can he not only do that to someone he can see?
To a
Is it just
one
any-
creature within 60 feet of himself. Not without...
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Am I at
All right.
disadvantage?
No, it is not disadvantage. You have a +1 to the save as well.
Oh, okay.
It's still a wisdom
check,
saving
it's a
throw.
saving throw.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, it's still bad.
Even with the +1, that is a 6, and you feel these whispers enter your brain. Your
What
sister
brain?
there, she needs an axe wound. You feel compelled to swing your great axe at Ravenna.
17.
It's a 17 to hit Ravenna, which does hit. Roll damage.
Oh no, and I'm raging still.
Ooh, just 8. That's some of the lowest you could possibly roll on that.
Yeah.
So, okay. And then with his blindness still here, right? He is going to make 2 melee attacks. The last people that he could tell, it'll be Reyna and Ravenna, right? They're the last 2 people that made attacks
Yeah.
against him. Okay, Reyna, 23 to hit. Ravenna, 15 to hit. Ravenna, it is 10 slashing. Reyna, it is 13 slashing.
I don't feel so good, guys.
Ravenna drops. Reyna, I need
Nail
a
it down.
I need a Constitution saving throw for concentration on magical weapon. I do believe that's concentration, so I'm going to double check that real quick. Weapon. Magic weapon. Concentration
It
up
is,
to 1 hour. Yes, so I need a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. You do so. It is a DC 10. You are good to go. Yep, Ravenna drops. Svartal, your axe buried in Ravenna. You wake from this stupor and you see her on the ground.
Yep.
Oops.
Whoopsies.
pretty much oops. He does like a frustrated loud grunt. Just like ah. And it keeps swinging at this guy.
Sure.
He's gonna just keep doing it. Why not? That's a natural 20.
That is a nat 20. Absolutely.
Avenge me, brother.
For
11?
9. 11 total points of damage. Your axe meets neck, right? It's a crit. And then it severs halfway through, and yet he still looks at you and smiles. Half his face melted off from a firebolt. He still remains standing. Oh. Well, if only you had given that chop to your sister, huh?
He just yells with all this spit coming out right in his face, and swings again
with advantage. We didn't roll advantage that last time because it was a nat 20, so we didn't need to. But he is still under the condition blinded,
and he's looking at me. What a weirdo. He's gonna aim for that wound again to try to clean the cut.
With advantage, that is a 10 and will not be enough, as he is now aware where the attack is coming from and moves out of the way.
Yikes. All right.
Razik.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
I'm a field roll. Great sword. With advantage, 15.
A 15 does not hit.
Second time, 22.
The 22 with that advantage will find the mark for 11 slashing as you hack him down from behind. And he's just staring still at Svartal, and you split the head down in two, right? He drops to the ground. That smile never leaving his face. Just collapses.
This guy's creepy.
Oh, creepy.
This guy's creepy.
And then the body moves.
Of course it does.
Something shifts, and then something rises from the corpse. This
is a smaller Caradoc inside him.
It is a smaller Caradoc, absolutely.
Body pops in half, and like another one just stands up.
A humanoid-looking spirit rises from the body.
Look at that chin.
All right. Here's Caradoc, the spirit.
He changed races.
He changed races.
That's weird.
Possession's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, you see what looks to be a rather handsome knight of Solamnia, still in ghostly regalia and wielding a ghostly blade. Oh, free for a moment. I'm bound back for that accursed place. Well, you're doing so good. Razik, anything else you would like to do?
My Steel Defender will get its bonus attack. Or its attack,
okay.
Sorry. It's a 12, Joel. I take it the spirit isn't blinded, because it's like a...
The spirit is not blinded.
Okie doke. That's
12
me.
misses. Ravenna, I need a death save. That is a 7, 1 failure. Talonor.
Sorry, I'm dealing with a Siberian tiger walking around.
I see that, yeah.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to... Okay. Sorry, I thought she was about to knock all my PlayStation controls off. What do I want to do? So, he's no longer blind, is he? Because he's changed...
He is not.
What he is. Fucker. Alright. I do not have much to do. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm just going to throw a Chaos Bolt at him, I think.
Absolutely.
Do it at level 1. I'm not going to
sure.
anything higher. Alright, that is a 17 to hit.
17 does hit the ghostly form.
And I can choose between... Let's make it... what is he going to be? What is he? He's a ghost. What does Talonor know about ghosts? Well, I'm not going to do poison. Let's do lightning damage.
Okay. Yeah, we do lightning damage, and it strikes the ghostly figure. It does seem that he is resistant.
They didn't make Chaos Bot able to do Radiant, which in this moment, I think is incredibly unfair. But, alright, in that case, yeah, I will throw that at him, and I'm just going to end my turn there, honestly. I don't have much else to burn.
Reyna. What do you want to do?
She's
It's
as pale as a
another
ghost, no
undead.
pun intended. This is just a lot. She's very overloaded right now, given what they walked into and the fact that there's this imposter standing in front of her. She's very cold stone glaring at this guy right now. Attacks seem to be landing, so let's try and hit.
Okay.
I have one last spell. No, I have 2 spell slots left. Okay, I'm gonna try and sink a divine smite into that.
A 13 on this strike will just miss.
I don't
The
have
ghost
advantage, so
moves.
can I use my Knights of
Yes, you
Solamnia?
can use your Knights of Solamnia.
Solamnia.
14 will just hit. Roll one
God.
higher. For 5 rating. Go ahead and roll another d8. He is undead. And 10 slashing. Fortunately, with your magical weapon, it does seem the radiant damage and the magical weapon damage just are fully realized. And you know, that's the first time the smile drops, is as that radiant damage hits his ghostly form. I forget how much that hurts. You know, you go 200 years without the influence of the gods. I really could use them leaving again for a nice 21 points of damage.
Too damn bad.
That is your first strike. You have your second attack. $18 finds the mark. Gonna do smite again. Okay, roll me another d8. That is 7 slashing, 10 radiant, plus the extra d8 for the undead for 7 more for 24 total points of damage. And I believe that we are spent on at least first level slots there. So 24 total points of damage. Jeez. The ghost is already flickering in and out of existence after the 2 enormous radiant blasts. Okay, Reyna, anything else?
I think that, yeah, that's a full action. Yeah, that'll end my turn.
Okay. Karadoc, the spirit whispers again. Svartal, I need another wisdom save.
Fine. 14.
A 14 plus 1 from Reyna's aura will just save. The whispers come across again, and he goes, No, you're supposed to listen. Fine, I'll make you do it myself. Roll me a
I'm
charisma
stupid.
saving throw. Svartal.
Okay. 12. 13.
Plus 1 from the aura is not enough. The spirit disappears. Svartal, your body is no longer yours. You watch through your eyes as you level your axe towards Reyna. Svartal, I need you to make 2 attacks against Reyna on your turn.
No.
I'll roll it for you.
No, I will do it. 11.
The first is an 11. Reyna, you watch as the ghost goes into Svartal's body, and then Svartal turns to you, and you can see Svartal's smiling like Karadoc was smiling. And he swings the axe at you. You're able to move out of the way of the first one, but he swings again.
10.
And you're able to block the second, but now Karadoc's gone, and you're battling Svartal. Razik, what would you like to do?
I don't know, Joel. This is an awkward situation, really.
Try and knock him unconscious.
Cheeser.
Cheese it.
Remove
these plates for the time being.
I will
Coward. You
actually
take control of the big guy.
I will.
Yeah.
Well, actually, speaking of that, I would like to cast enlarge reduce with a reduced portion on Svartal. Bring him down to a more manageable size, I guess.
Okay.
So I can't remember exactly what it
More
does.
manageable.
So halved.
So
Has
this
disadvantage on strength checks, and strength saving throws.
So this is a creature or object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller. The the target is not willing. I need a con save from Svartal.
Oh, okay.
This does not just happen. There is a save involved.
It's not good. Yeah, that's not good.
That is a 23.
Oh,
Svartal resists.
That does beat my spell save DC, Joel.
Yeah.
Which case I've got nothing for now.
Ravenna, I need your second death save.
Yeah.
Unless Razik, if you had like a bonus action you wanted to do here.
I've got nothing.
Where did my button go?
Should be right under your HP.
Oh, duh.
That is a 2, which is a second failure and very close to a double failure. Ravenna is very close to dying. Talonor, what would you like to do?
Good question, Joel. What would I like to do? Bit of a sticky one, my old chipper.
It is.
Wow, this is tough.
I'm a
He's pretty
dummy.
good at-
I forgot I had a health pot on me, I'm pretty sure.
It's okay. You can't take it while you're unconscious.
Yep, nope. I just was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, sorry, this is a tough one. I don't really want to hit Svartal, but I might have to. Yeah, I'm going to I'm actually gonna Ray of Sickness Svartal.
Okay.
So that's a alright, so I have to hit him first.
Mm-hmm. That's a 28. I think that finds the mark.
Might hit him.
Yeah.
And he is gonna take 2d8 poison damage, and I need a con save from him.
Constitution saving throw from Svartal is a 15.
Okay, so that fails, which is good, because he now has disadvantage on attacks until the end of my next turn. And the damage is... Why is that not rolling? Oh, sorry, I didn't click the level, that's why. 10 points of poison damage.
10 points of poison, which is
Yeah.
unmitigated by your current rage, Svartal.
Okay.
So yeah, you now... and until the end of my next turn, you have disadvantage on attack rolls, just to try and stop him chopping everyone down.
Okay.
Sorry about the
Arena.
poison.
You look, Svartal is attacking you. Ravenna is bleeding out on the ground rapidly. What do you want to do?
Question, DM. Putting healing points into Ravenna would allow them to pop back up, right?
Correct. Magical
Okay,
healing
fantastic.
does remove the death saving throws and returns them back to health.
Realizing that Svartal, with the spirit inside of him, is somewhat outside of his purview right now, the next point of attention is Ravenna and trying to get them back up. So you'll watch as Reyna kind of like sidesteps around Svartal using that 15 feet of movement, not getting out of range, just getting over to Ravenna. You'll watch as she drops down to the ground, picking Ravenna up kind of like into her lap, and she begins praying again, like louder prayers than earlier. Gods, please bless us in hopes that you will heal my comrade and bless me in this time. And then you'll just watch as this white light begins to bubble around them, sinking action. 30 points of lay on hands into Ravenna.
Oh my god!
Bonus action using Channel Divinity to get back a spell slot,
Okay.
level 1 spell slot to myself, and you just watch as
Ravenna's wounds close rapidly. You become 30 hit points more healthy, Ravenna. You are still prone on the ground. Reyna still cradling you in her arms, but you do find yourself conscious and no longer spitting up blood. Nice. Reyna, anything else?
through the prayers, it's just kind of like mixed words of Svartal, your brother, help him. It's like the prayers are like taking over.
Sure.
She's just sinking all their lay on hands into Ravenna.
Okay.
That's not going to backfire.
Caradoc in Svartal looks down, this big bushy beard and this weird rictus smile. Wouldn't it be a shame If you were to just bring her down again. Reyna, using his Whispers action, I need you to roll a Wisdom saving throw. That is a 9. Reyna, you feel compelled to drive your longsword into the prone body of Ravenna. This is an attack with advantage. 26 hits. For 11 slashing damage.
Oh, yeah, it sounds radiant. My apologies.
Ravenna, you look up to Reyna's praying, like holding you, praying, and then her eyes go this milky white color, and she picks up her longsword and drives it into you. Svartal.
Yeah, Joel, if you wanted to kill me, you could just, there's different ways of doing it, okay? Like, listen, I know I got myself into this mess, but now I'm going to blame the DM because that's exactly
With
what
disadvantage, Svartal. I need 2 attacks against Reyna.
Well, it's Reyna.
Reyna, yeah. All right.
Caradoc is going to prioritize the one that can heal. 18. Or sorry, disadvantage. So 15 and 14 both fortunately will miss as Reyna comes to her senses, tears her sword out of Ravenna's side, and stands, being able to block the next 2 attacks.
What have I done?
Razik, this is a problem.
I know, I don't want to kill Svarl, but
I don't know if you
what else
guys
to do.
can.
Knock him out. Be fine.
I will just make 2 greatsword attacks, I guess.
Okay.
So 20 for the first one, Joel.
That does hit Svartal.
11
Have down to 5.
and 11 on the second attack.
11 will miss. Svartal takes
And
5
then-
points of damage.
Attack from the Steel Defender for 15.
15 does hit. 7 points of damage, not mitigated. Full 7.
That's it for me.
Svartal, you feel the pain of each of these hits. Of the sword, of the rend, but you still have no control over stopping it. Ravenna,
Cool.
you are prone on the ground. Reyna just healed you and then stabbed you.
and then stab me. Yeah, great.
What do you want to do?
That's what they say, double-edged sword.
And then in your unconsciousness, you missed this. But right now, Razik's attacking Svartal.
I do.
And Svartal
recall
attacked
that
Reyna.
Reyna was saying, help my brother, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Does anyone communicate what has happened since Ravenna's been unconscious?
Nope.
And why you might be attacking her brother?
I
The
don't even
only
see it.
person she cares about.
I guess it's like Razik's hacking into Svarl. He might be like, somebody stop him!
Well, yeah, because technically it's true that all that Reyna did say was like, you need to help your brother.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but
Your brother's
in what
attacking
way?
your
I was
your
gonna say,
friends.
but in what? Yeah, but in what way do I like?
What? Okay, so this is it. Instant thing. You watch your brother's getting
Reyna's
spells
like,
cast
hold on,
against
hold
him.
on. What's going on? Time out.
You do note that the Caradoc seems to be gone. The body
see his
of
body
the
on the
man you
ground?
saw is your Razik's standing over it, and now they're attacking your brother. And Reyna just healed you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And then she stabbed you.
I'm going to I'm gonna use my movement speed to get up.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pop my pot.
You can take your healing potion as a bonus action.
Yes. I don't.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay, hold on. Plus 2.
7.
Okay. So I regain 7 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tackle Svartle.
Okay. This is a grapple check.
Okay.
You have disadvantage. Svartle, you have a flat roll because of your rage.
Okay.
It's a
Oh, wait a
contested
second.
athletics check. What's up?
I just realized I had relentless endurance.
Oh yeah, that would have been good to remember.
That would have been good to remember earlier.
Yep.
So I will attempt to wrangle brother. Oh God.
Okay.
And you said this is
14.
a disadvantage?
Correct. This is a skill check. It's athletics. You are currently exhausted.
Oh no.
That is an 8. You are unable to grapple the raging Svartle.
I didn't see this going the way I had planned it in my head.
I will try and like as I'm trying to wrestle him, I will, try and talk to him and I will say, Svartle, brother, fight it. Fight it. This isn't you. Wake up. Wake up.
Ravenna, anything else?
I mean, I already used my movement, I used my bonus action, I used my action, so I don't have anything else to do.
Okay. Talonor,
Hello.
what do you want to do?
Have a lie down?
Yeah.
Fuck me. The well's beginning to run a bit dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good. It might just be one of those turns. I might just chuck a firebolt at Svartle. I think it's gonna be one of those.
Okay.
For an 18.
18 hits. Fire is unmitigated.
8 points of fire.
Svartle is no longer, as far as I know, Ray of Sickness is the 1 round, correct?
It is.
For
Svartle's
disadvantage?
no longer poisoned. I
Right.
mean, I gotta keep some slots.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll end my turn dreaming of the time I could cast cool spells.
Reyna, what do you want to
Still have
do?
a shitload of HP.
Yeah,
Yep.
right? Biggest boyus over here is not
Uh-huh.
easy.
Large lad.
How is Svartle Caradoc looking?
Healthy
Yeah, I still got a lot.
It is
and
prime.
angry. It's a great juxtaposition of the rictus smile of Caradoc across his face as he swings the axe gleefully amongst you.
Goodness sakes.
Does he?
Didn't he say something earlier when he like left the body when he left the body of that soldier? It was something about like he freed him until I have to go back or something like that.
Yes, you were
That's
unconscious, but
That's
yes.
talking about wherever he's from.
That was over the table, by the way.
Yeah.
Does
But yes, he did
Caradoc
say that.
feel my rage?
You're not entirely aware. You are aware of everything that is happening around you, and you can feel everything that's happening. So you feel like there's probably a bit of a back and forth there. He seems to be enjoying it, if that's the case.
Ravenna, how do you feel about me hitting your brother?
He's like still trying to like she failed grappling him. And she's like, just do it, just do something.
Just do
All
something.
right, and then Reyna's gonna attempt to hit. They got that one spell slot back, so we'll see. Let's attempt to hit.
22 does hit.
All right, Divine Smite.
5 and 5. That's it's a bit of a weak one. The 5 slashing is halved to 2, and then Svartle, you take the full 5 of the radiant.
Second attack.
26 finds the mark.
Oh,
We
I
have
forgot
another
to take
slot
the
for
Divine
Smite, or no?
I'm sorry. I forgot to uncheck it. I'm sorry.
I understand. You can expend a higher level slot if you wanted to continue to do this.
I am all out. Sadly.
All right, then it is 6 slashing halved to 3.
And that ends my turn.
Razik, I need a wisdom saving throw as the whispers reach your ears.
No.
Pet the weird dog.
pet the weird metal thing.
He is going to
I
say,
want to stroke it.
I don't really like your pet. Kill it.
Oh,
Feel
no.
compelled to utilize your reaction to great sword attack, brass brush. That is a 20
That's
that hits for 9.
slashing damage, Joel.
Svartal, you attack with reckless abandon. Let's see where the attacks are going. We have 4 targets, and Caradoc doesn't care where they go. So the first one is going to be, so if Razik is 1, moving around, 3 means your sister.
Cool.
1 means Razik. So it'll be 1 great axe attack against Razik, 1 great axe attack against your sister.
Protection for Ravenna, please.
Okay, so one of these attacks will be at disadvantage. So they'll be the first one since we've already done
The first one.
All right.
Does your Steel Defender have its reaction
There we
for
go.
you, Razik?
Oh, it does. It does. It does. Sorry. Yes.
The second one will
forgot
also
about
be
that.
at disadvantage. Good reminder.
I completely forgot you can do that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's a 16
16.
for Razik. I do believe that still finds the mark.
That does still hit me.
Okay, so Rain is able to interpose. That's 12 points of damage for Razik. Rain is able to interpose her shield in between the slashing axe and Ravenna. Unfortunately, Brass Brush is not proved distracting enough to prevent Razik from receiving damage. That's Svartal's turn. Razik.
I just have to keep hitting Svartal, I guess. Maybe if he goes down, the spirit will come out. 14?
14, I do think hits.
Yep.
Because you're not using your shield currently. Yeah, for 10, halved to 5. 21 hits. For 15, halved to 7.
15, baby.
So 12 total. And we now see Svartal is bloodied. That 17 also hits from the Force-empowered Ren for 8 unmitigated force damage. Svartal is looking pretty rough. But he has, again, Svartal, as much pain as you are inside. For everyone else on the outside, there's still just Caradoc's smile. Blood everywhere. The rend tearing through his body. The radiant damage burning through his beard. Still smiling.
That's my turn, by the way, Joel.
Ravenna.
That's me.
I will scream at Svartal. Not at Svartal, but obviously,
Yeah.
I will... trying to think. Can I attempt to... What's the word I'm going to look for? Knock him out.
So to do that, you would basically be like, I want to do a non-lethal attack.
Yeah, I
if
would
it
like to do
brings him
non-lethal.
down to 0, it will knock him out.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to hit for that.
Okay. So do I just roll an attack for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if it does enough, or if it hits, the 11 does not hit.
Okay, I will use my pole arm bonus.
Sure. That is a natural 1.
What is
Brother
with
is
my
able
rolls?
To
Why?
step out of the way. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do anything. So.
Talonor.
Yes. Well, fuck. He looks like it, but Svartal is, looking pretty bad, right?
He's looking pretty rough, but you are aware that, like, his
He has
rage allows him
endurance,
to go longer than most ever would.
I mean, I don't have much else to do. I'm just going to throw another fireball at him. Natural
That's
20.
a crit.
For 22 points of fire damage.
22 points of fire damage is enough to
That's enough.
drop Svartal. As soon as that happens, Svartal drops, right? The smile still plastered across his face, and we watch again the ghost rise up out of it. Ooh, well done, well done. Perhaps I'll possess you next.
I really wouldn't. I'm not much of a melee fighter, I'm afraid.
Talonor, that's your action. Bonus action remains.
Not much to do, I'm afraid. I'll pass my turn.
Reyna, what would you like to do?
Attempt to hit this ghosty thingy again, I suppose.
Okay.
Attack 1.
21
Attack
hits.
2.
25 hits.
Bam.
10 on the first, 8 on the second, and your magical weapon, fortunately, it feels every bit of this. 18 total points of damage. Spirit remains. You notice that after the slashing through there, right, it's starting to kind of fade in and out here. Does seem that it is in tatters. Doesn't feel like the ghost has much left to give. Reyna, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Just looking at my abilities. No, that ends my turn.
Okay. The spirit smiles here, and then you watch as, like, it seems to be pulled. It's like he got pulled backwards, and he's like, no, I'm having so much fun, please, no, I'm finally, hells. I hate this. And he gets pulled directly through the wall and gone.
Lose off.
Failed his save. Primary combat portion ends. Svartal lies on the ground, bleeding out.
I will cast Cure Wounds on Svartal.
I rush to brother.
You rush to your brother, you cast Cure Wounds, and we take a break. We're well over our halfway point here, but when we come back, we're going to hopefully figure out what the fuck this guy was doing. Thanks for hanging out with us here. We'll be back in a little bit. Welcome back as we return to our situation here at Kalamon. Our party has arrived exhausted through the night and found that Castle Kalamon has been under attack. A group posing as Solamnic soldiers, knights, were able to worm their way inside and massacre the inhabitants of the castle, including Governor MacLeod and the many guild leaders that he regularly meets with. We were confronted by someone who called himself Caradoc, a knight of Solamnia, or at least he was a knight of Solamnia. Turns out the knight we met was under possession by another, a ghost of some kind that possessed our friend Svartal. And it got real touch and go there for a sec. We were able to bring Svartal down, expelling the ghost, and the ghost was forcibly pulled away by something. We don't know what it is, but was ripped from here and is now gone. This leaves us with the aftermath of the room. What do you want to do?
Joel, how long has it been since I cast Skywrite?
So it would have been about a minute. It's been about 45 seconds since you cast.
Wait, really?
Skywrite.
From outside and all, like running through to the talking?
Yeah, that's an extra 15 seconds. Oh, and the talking, I suppose. Yeah, so 2.5 minutes.
I guess it's too soon to expect some help to have arrived.
Depending on who's arriving. Things to note.
I just love the idea of everyone trying to read it upside down. Where they are.
Maybe I should have made it spin slowly.
Yeah, something for us
Big arrow.
to note here is that I think, Ravenna, I think Talonor, you have the highest wisdom, is that correct?
Maybe.
Wisdom is 12. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's probably
maybe it is
not.
Svartal.
Maybe.
I have a 16.
It's Svartal. Okay.
16.
So
Bloody hell.
in the aftermath, Svartal, as you come back to consciousness, Merzik over you healing some of the wounds that he created on your body. You kind of like roll to the side and you can see at the far end of the room where there are a couple of guard bodies and a trail of blood through the small back door at the rear of the room. That door back there looks slightly ajar. You can barely make out what looks like boot prints in the blood heading that direction.
All right, I don't. So as I'm, breathing life again, as he sits up and sees this and turns to Reyna and asks very still angrily, "You all right?"
No, are you all right?
I saw you saw the whole thing. I'm fine.
I'm sorry that
Ravenna?
we had to take such lengths.
Ravenna, you good?
No, I'm not. But I will live.
He didn't say anything else and just starts walking towards that door to investigate.
Sartle moves to the rear of the room. I just do want to remind, just for some of our players, that Caradoc did have a scroll in hand when we arrived. If you wanted to try and find that or investigate that more closely, you're more than welcome to, but it does look like Svartle's heading towards what looks to be an open-ish back door to the room here.
I feel like I will take a quick look at that scroll if I may, Joel.
Yeah. The scroll, as you pick it up off the ground, now a bit soaked in blood, you note that it is slightly scorched and sealed by a black wax seal with a rose emblem stamped into it. You open the scroll?
Yeah, I feel like it's probably from those Solomnic Rose Knights, whatever. I feel like it might be a little threatening there, but I'll read it.
You see the following
false
words
Or the undead ones.
burned into the page. People of Kalamon, I exert my rightful claim as ruler of the province of Nightland. Submit or flee. Lord Loren Soth, Knight of the Rose.
I guess Razik would have read that out. And after I read it, I'll say, has anyone heard of this lord?
How do you spell it?
I
Lord
spell it.
Loren Soth. Yeah, so for this, you're all welcome to make a history check. Those of you with any proper schooling, like you would have gone to a university of some kind, or if you went to the knightly orders, you can roll with quote-unquote advantage or a flat roll, because this is a history check. It is still at disadvantage for those of you that are exhausted. Nice. Razik with an exceptionally high roll.
I'm from the bloody desert.
I don't know.
Somehow have heard of this guy.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So,
Didn't the ghost picture also have a rose pendant?
yeah, so the Knights of the Rose is a division of the Knights of Solamnia. That is one of their divisions that has existed since their founding.
I'm just making sure that this guy's ghost also was part of that.
So the check here, for those of you that succeed, which is just, so Kayla right here, Reyna's like just enough to know some of this, which is Lord Soth was a Knight of Solamnia in the Order of the Rose, ruled the province of Nightland when it was known as Nightland. That's about where your current brain ends on that check, being as exhausted as you are. Razik and Talinor are able to pick up this. The gods gave Soth the opportunity to redeem himself and prevent the cataclysm. He didn't complete his quest, and the cataclysm occurred. Soth's failure contributed to the widespread distrust of the Knights of Solamnia. Soth's ultimate fate is a mystery, but his home, known as Dargard Keep, is known to be a cursed and haunted ruin.
Well, this seems bad. But if this chap's back.
There's a shift. The north end of the room. Something moves, and a woman is standing there. Reyna, you would recognize her most quickly. It's Lidara, the woman from way back in Vogler that you met during the funeral.
Oh, pretty lady.
Pretty
sword.
lady, the pretty
Immediately
lady who
trained.
sings. Lidara, the elven woman, over in the corner. She steps forward. You could have sworn it was empty a moment ago, and a look of urgency tightens her features. Go. You must hurry on. Svartal has the right of it. She points to the door at the rear of the chamber. There's a secret beneath this castle. One that the old lord cannot be allowed to possess. I fear it might be too late.
Okay, you know you can't just walk into a room and start speaking like that, because my sword is like quite literally trained on her. She just
Sure, so
walked
you like
out of
move
nowhere.
over to her location? I just want to know, like, you just
Sorry,
go
her
that way?
picture's in the way. 1 second. Move picture. Oh, we moved across the room. I apologize. I assumed we were still kind of near
Sure,
where we were.
yeah, we
so
just had
sorry.
readjusted.
But yeah,
I mean,
no, as soon as she entered the room, my sword would have been trained on her regardless of the distance, like just shield up, sword ready. Like,
Sure. And she just points to that door and just unmovingly.
do any of you remember her nodding to the woman that just entered?
Most of you would have seen her and recognized
I was gonna
her.
say we've seen her, but we've never really
but
like talked to her. I think
Reyna
you're
was
the only one.
person that talked to her.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why this is more suspicious that you are even here. Explain yourself.
There is no time to explain. Go now. She seems
You
to be
think
losing
that we shall
patience.
just turn our backs to you?
She nods.
What say you all, looking to the rest of the group?
I think she probably has the right of it. I'd say we better follow Svartal.
I'm following Svartal.
Svartal's
think
already
we should go, yes.
looking
As
for
you
stuff.
turn to converse amongst yourselves, the moment you look back to see if she's still there, she's gone.
Oh
Son of a-
man.
All right. Divine sense. I'm gonna just use my last one. Like,
There are no undead left in this room.
okay, just want to make sure she's also not pinging for some weird reason.
Well, she's not there now. Wherever she is, she's no longer there.
Well, that tells me that she's not within 60 feet of us,
That
which
is
is
true.
also good.
Yeah. So we go to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to just grab everyone's token. Please do not move.
I will
Or
take up the
going to
rear,
shift.
just in case he's.
Okay. Let's give it a moment. The broken door at the edge of the room here is easy to push open. You see the boot prints leading through corridors and several plain doors leading to other parts of the castle, but the far end of the passageway shines a faint violet light. Going down a set of stairs just outside. There's a door frame sculpted with somber knights standing in an alcove down at the bottom of the stairs. Shattered bricks lie scattered across the floor where the doorframe was once sealed. Stairs descend deeply into the ground. Violet light, the sound of crackling flames emanate from below. We descend.
Yep.
I feel like we should head towards the light.
We head
no,
towards
not
the
towards the
light.
Do that.
I
Go
don't mean that.
towards
I mean
the
the literal
light.
light.
We go towards the light. We head down into these catacombs. Deeper underneath the castle. Down the stairs, you arrive into a large chamber surrounded in this purple flame that crackles and emanates along the walls. This chamber is engulfed in this violet flame. In the fire are 4 dignified statues of the Knights of Solamnia. The east end of the room has an antechamber before a stone double door.
Perhaps we should investigate here and try to rest a little bit before we push on.
Yeah.
We look to be near death.
She did say we needed to be quick, though.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
If we go through there and there's another fight in our hands, we might not all make it out, but suppose we don't have any other choice.
Oh boy. I mean,
Well, can I quickly cast Mending a few times just to heal my Steel Defender?
Mending takes a minute to cast.
Oh, does it? For
Yep.
fuck's sake. What a pain in the ass.
there's no way she would lead us into a trap, right?
Svardo's still kind of seething, so he's gonna probably still walk forward.
He just moves in? Okay, sure.
I
at
don't
the,
know the woman enough to tell you. I'm sorry.
The east end of the room, Svartal, as you kind of move forward, you can get a better picture of the statue. The 5th statue here depicts a bison-headed warrior. Reyna, you would immediately recognize this as the statue of Kiri Jolith. It is a god, depiction of the god of honor and war. A warrior with a horned bison head.
Interesting. A statue of a god.
Here.
Kiri Jolith. Are the other ones also statues of gods?
They are statues of Solamnic warriors. You would recognize the armor.
Understood.
Why would it be down here?
Maybe this is some shrine or temple dedicated to this god.
I will look at what Svartal's doing, and if he's going to go through the doors, then I will follow suit. No questions.
Yep, doors at the eastern end of the chamber. Svartal.
Yep, I'm just walking.
Okay. Svartal moves towards the eastern edge, and you find what were probably once well-sealed doors. You lean on them hard and force them open, revealing on the other side more crypts. The long chamber blazes with more of this violet flame, the walls lined with alcoves, bodies wrapped in yellowed cloth. A brazier rests at the end of the hall. A section of wall seems to be disturbed to the south. Svartal, you would note as you enter just here. Directly to the south, it looks like someone tore through the wall to get to the other side. Just going to move you all forward. Yes, in safety, don't worry.
Should we head to the gap there or explore further?
She said we had to hurry, but at the same time, I don't really know. At this point, I don't know who to trust.
Or where we're hurrying to.
Or what we're even still doing here. She kind of looks down a little bit.
It shouldn't take more than a couple seconds to just run up and down this hall to look down them, see if anything's crazy going on.
As you're deciding what to do, the flames flare. And you fall into a vision. You see in the flames a knight of Solamnia, saving what seems to be a group of elven travelers. Ogres in the distance. An elf woman falls into the knight's arms. Behind him, the silhouette of a human woman turns and fades away. The vision fades. The fire's calm.
I suppose we all saw that.
That is correct. Sparkle hands. Was that magic?
Of a sort. Certainly not anything that I can do, but magical in nature, nonetheless.
Hmm.
It just happened. We didn't walk forward any further for that to happen.
You had walked into the door, and while you were discussing, the fire flares up and showed you the vision.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I would, I guess, go forward. We'd go, because what, there's a door, right?
Well, there's the broken portion here, and then there's the
Yes, yeah.
remaining length of the chamber.
I'd like to go the remaining length of the chamber to
yeah.
see what's down here.
Yeah. As you move through, the remaining length of the chamber here, you would note there seems to be 15 wrapped bodies. Each
Lovely.
wrapped in what looks to be their rusted plate armor and long swords. Walk all the way
Similar
to
the ones outside.
edge. And you find that there is a door to the south, Svartal. The brazier at the end is glowing with that purple flame. Similar to the ones that you found? No. Yeah, perhaps similar. But if it was even possible, even older.
Hmm. All right, I'm gonna go check that door.
Sure. Rest
I
of the
will
party,
follow
were you
suit.
gonna... Yeah. Is everyone following
Yeah.
Svartal, or do you want to make your way
Yeah, I'll
through
follow
the
Svartal.
Okay, well, that's
Stick
enough for me
together.
to call a consensus on that front. Svartal will head towards the door to the south here. So I adjust some of our maps. And we open the door at the bottom there, pushing through the stone door of the crypt. Another room beyond. Violet flames again engulfing the length of the room here. As you move in, you see that dancing across the walls here are faint mosaics of blacksmiths forging gleaming weapons. Bars seal off 2 alcoves to the north. In the south, just inside here, Svartal. Noting that there is safety, I'm just going to go ahead and move the characters once again. To the west, weapons hang on walls. They do seem rather old. Perhaps there is something of use there. Additionally, as you move down the passageway past the open barred chamber here, you see another broken wall, as if someone had torn directly through.
Like, just toward directly through the wall?
Yep, just like the first one. As if
Okay.
someone had crushed their way through solid stone.
Oh, lovely.
Do we see that purple light emanating from there? 'Cause we can kind of see it on the map.
Oh, yeah.
but- Well, that might be the source of our light that we're heading towards.
Do you guys
We
want to
put
look
it?
at the stuff on the ground?
I sort of look around at the martial weapons. I'm like, oh, you sure you can take a look?
I go towards the light.
As you take your step towards the light, again the fire flares and another vision appears. The knight from the previous vision is cast out from a group of other knights. The scene fades into a wedding between the knight and the elven woman who he had saved in the previous vision. The vision fades. Ravenna, you finish your step towards the light. What else would you like to do?
I will turn to Sparkle Fingers and I'll go, are we supposed to be witnessing a play of someone's memories?
I mean, I would assume so. It certainly seems to me as though perhaps whoever's tomb this is, although it seems to be the resting place of quite a few people, maybe it's one of their stories.
And they just casually keep this all hidden below the keep.
I can tell you about the sort of magic it is. I have no idea where we are, though, in truth. It might be
I
better
see.
to ask Reyna that, to be honest. It seems to be Solamnic.
I'd turn to Reyna, like,
muttering prayers again, like holding pendant, like head down. Like, okay.
Svartal, as you've kind of been just left looking about here, you do notice something on the racks. Something that's very curious. The armaments here, most of them are rotted and rusted through, but some are intact. A breastplate shines incredibly bright. There's a sword as well that seems to be untarnished by the passage of time, and something that really interests you. A cloak. Appears to be made of autumnal leaves woven together. If they're as old as everything else in this chamber, they should be rotted completely. They shouldn't exist. Should have fallen apart. Time should have taken them a long time ago, and yet cloak is intact.
Here they are.
Leaves, pure in autumn colors of brown, red, golds.
I'd pick it up.
Doesn't do anything. Looks like a nice cloak, but very much one with nature.
Is it like does it look kind of like a ghillie suit?
Much more simple than that, in that it would likely just drape over your shoulders, and kind of be worn around the neck. I can show you a picture here. Real quick.
Ooh.
Interesting. In Svartal's mind, it would probably remind him of a druid he met at one point.
It would be very
like, oh,
similar
this
to the same style of clothing they would wear.
Yeah. So
Them
knowing
blended
that,
with nature around them, things like that.
yeah, knowing that he would try to slip it over his big head.
Yeah. You force it over your head here. It feels a little tight. You get it settled on, and it's on. It's on.
Does it feel like it fits? Like it's comfortable?
Feels a little snug right now, yeah. But it at least fit.
All right. He would keep that on, I guess, and then he'd grab the breastplate and the sword and like throw it at Reyna, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He wouldn't say anything. Just like, here,
Yeah.
look at this.
Just throw it.
Think fast.
Yeah. The sword is old Solamnic Knight make. But again, untarnished, still sharp. Seemingly perfectly oiled. The breastplate again shows no sign of wear. Is light. Incredibly light. A breastplate of this size should weigh at least twice as much.
Zeke, do you mind taking a look at these real quick? I have a feeling they might have some. Well, I'm hoping that they might have some magical properties.
I can detect magic, but it will take me about 10 minutes. I don't know if we want to sit here waiting for that.
Ooh. How long would it take for me to get
just as a note for Razik, you're very familiar with materials and things. I'd allow an intelligence check with your Tinker's tools. It is an ability check, so it would still be a disadvantage due to your exhaustion, but you could still make the check to see if you recognize what these things are without having to do any additional work.
Okie doke. Intelligence check. Now, I do also, my proficiency bonus is doubled. It just won't be on the roll because I have tool expertise now at level 6.
Right, so it should be, it's not on the roll? Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't add on automatically. So that should be a 20 and a 23,
Yeah.
so.
The breastplate's made of mithril. There's only one type of metal that is light and flexible enough to be able to weigh this much and still function as a breastplate. Mithril breastplate can be worn under normal clothes, armor that would normally impose disadvantage, or has a strength requirement. The mithril version of the armor does not have that. So it is a mithril breastplate. The sword itself clearly has been magically imbued. It is rather, it's fine in its construction, but it would be a long sword +1. It is just like a well-made old Solamnic weapon.
Okay, I will relay that. And also, I remember Gimli in Lord of the Rings describes mithril as a kingly gift, so I will say that. This is a kingly gift!
Oh yeah, it was given to Bilbo by King Thorin.
By a king! Yeah.
I feel somewhat unworthy. I can't take both of these items. Looking to Ravenna, are you able to make use of this sword, or do you prefer your blade?
She just shakes her head. Like,
all right. One moment, and then Raina will just kind of like turn towards the wall and quick change again.
I want to make note of that. Taking off the armor is 10 minutes of work.
10 minutes? Oh, chicken nuggets.
With help, you can do it in half time. Equipping the sword is as much as you just hold it now, but the armor will take time.
Oh me, oh my. Okay, where can I stash this then?
You just put it in your bag.
Okay, cool.
I strap the breastplate to my bag. And
Thank you.
Say, okay. And then you just have this. I'm just going to go ahead and show all of these things real quick. That is just what they are. Your longsword has been added to your inventory. The breastplate will remain just as a handout until you have so much time to put it on.
That's why knights had squires.
And additionally, there are the 2 locked catacombs to the north and south behind you here, just reminding you of what's in the room. You're more than welcome to continue onwards however you'd like.
Svartal would just peek his head into this big room to the west.
Svartal, you peek your head into the big room into the west. You see the northern portion of that where whoever ran through the wall, and at the very, very far end, you see a statue of a horse. You also see mosaics of knights riding armored stallions covering the walls of the room. They're lined in the violet flames.
He would look at the broken wall, and because of his knowledge of areas and maps, he would then turn around and look at the other broken wall and just piece things together.
Yes, they went through here. As you turn around, the fires flare around you, and each of you are greeted with another vision. The knight receives a vision from a beam of divine light. As his wife pleads with him, he dons his armor, mounts his steed, and heads off.
Or like watching a romantic movie or something. Like
a romantic tragedy.
Origin. Yeah, romantic tragedy.
Soon as the vision ends, things returned back to normal. The fires calm once more. Svartal, you just have that large western chamber lined with the carvings of horses. And then there's the hole to the south, the brightened chamber below. What do you guys want to do?
Meeny, miny.
Svartal would like make that connection, and he would probably go down the southern hole.
Sure. Svartal, you squeeze yourself through.
Ravenna's like, oh, okay, I follow.
You squeeze yourself down through the south and reveal a larger chamber. Very big tomb. Violet flames outline the tomb set into the walls of the spacious crypt. A heavy stone brazier sits empty near the room's center. And a sarcophagus lies to the north in pieces as you walk through the crumbling tunnel. The wall to the southeast is similarly broken open. The far end of the tomb, on the eastern side, a flaming dais holds a sarcophagus sculpted with the image of a knight. A life-sized sculpture of a dead dragon, impaled with a spear, curls around the sarcophagus. something within the sarcophagus moves, slamming against the lid. As the unnatural flames on the dais blaze with wild intensity. You're thrown into the vision again as fire blazes. The knight encounters the attendants of the elf woman from the first vision. They taunt him, point him back the way he came. The knight slays them, and turns back home in rage. The knight kills his wife. The world crumbles and burns. The knight burns as well, but he doesn't fall. His armor fuses with his body. His eyes blaze with flames. He becomes a terrifying, deathless figure. The violet flames waver. The terrifying knight from the vision steps through the wall, approaches the brazier at the room's center, above which roils a flaming orb. The knight holds a scepter sculpted with screaming faces. Touched to the ball of flame, the scepter ignites. The orb vanishes. The deathless knight admires the flaming scepter, points it at the ornate tomb and statue. Both burst to flame that spread throughout the crypt. The figure approaches the dais, tears the spear from the head of the sculpted dragon, broken in pieces, takes the lance's tip. The figure moves through the south wall and vanishes. You note in this room, Svartal, there is blood. As if someone had been here. Someone had tried to stop the deathless knight. You see impacts where bodies fell. You see dust where something was disintegrated. You see the remains of someone's defense ending in failure.
It's like old blood or
fresh?
Still pretty red. It's fresh.
Oh, it's fresh. Okay.
Interesting. I mean, that would probably cause him to move towards the next hole pretty quickly.
You move down to the south. You can hear Svartal rapidly moving through the chamber. Does anyone begin to follow?
Yes, I begin running after him.
Okay. So we go through the hole here. With the consensus, I'll just move everyone. You move through, and you can see all of the same things that Svartal did. You guys got the vision simultaneously, so now you can piece together kind of the things that you did see. And as you arrive, Svartal pushing to the opposite side of the chamber, the pounding on underneath the eastern sarcophagus gets louder. The lid shatters. A man rises up, or what may have been a man. Skeletal in form, armor tarnished, longsword blazing with this purple cataclysmic fire.
Oh, Barnabas got a body.
Barnabas got a body. The knight lurches forward. And that's where we end our session.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe he's a good guy.
Yeah, Barnabas is friendly. Maybe he knows Barnabas.
Maybe he knows Barnabas. That brings us to the end of today's game. Congratulations, everyone. You didn't die yet.
Yay.
Well, we got close.
you got close and maybe closer at the end of this
I
here.
think we're really fucking close right now, given the state of our characters.
It's a little rough. But hey, everyone was here today. And that's
Yeah,
super
thank you
cool.
guys for making time to play earlier. I did.
It was
appreciate
awesome. So I'm so glad we got to do this. And hopefully we get to do so again relatively soon. Holidays are fun, guys. Everyone's just gone all the time, including myself. So, but thanks for being here. For those of you at home that watch this, thanks for watching. And we'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye. 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 Pushbang.